What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us for another night of Impact Wrestling. And we're here on a new night. Impact has officially moved to Thursdays as of last week. And new night. Had to change things up a little bit on our end, but we are here. We are the insiders. Right now, just one part of the insiders. Joe will be here shortly. He got off work a little bit earlier and, needs to do some stuff. So he will be along shortly. But thank you all so much for being here tonight. We really appreciate it. Really do. And I listen. I'm gonna address the elephant in the room in a second, but let me do some shout outs real quick. The Texas-based Raslin fan, Jen Carter, Melinda Ford, Cheese Whiz 2, J Hub. Let's see here. Brandon Barnes, Elijah Washington, James Chadwick, Azan White, Eric Travis, C Wrestling, and the hits just keep on coming. Sean Rousset and Chad Schrader. Let's see, Indie View Wrestling Podcast. Whoever kept Kimberly in the thumbnail deserves a hug. Air hug. Zion White saying, "What's good, Tommy?" Hey man, nothing much. Just dealing with a bunch of news today. Obviously, what I'm going to do in terms of talking about the releases, and I want to shout out C Wrestling too, because he did a graphic and sent that over to me with all of the folks that have been released. What I want to do with that is I definitely want to have that discussion with Joe on the show. So we'll talk about that once he gets here. But there's a lot of names, and apparently C just said that Mojo Rowley has been released. JP Blaston, Jason Stauffer, what's up? Jason saying that has anyone heard that Impact Plus will no longer be available on Fight TV after April 21st? I have not heard that, but if that's the case, that's going to change some things up for me. Wally, what's up with you, man? Hope you're doing well. But let's take a look real quick at the folks who have been released today, and we'll just take a look. But obviously, Samoa Joe, Billy Kay, Tucker, Wesley Blake, Bo Dallas, Mickey James, Chelsea Green, Kalisto, and Peyton Royce. Add to that list Mojo Rowley, who C Wrestling just told us about. So I'll go into more detail once we get Joe here, because obviously, this is a sad day. And what's really crazy about this is that it's actually 1 year to the day, like the actual anniversary of the same thing happening in 2020 when they had the mass exodus last year. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So, obviously our thoughts and well wishes go out to those wrestlers that were released today. We'll talk a little bit about that though. And also, this week we'll have our podcast on Saturday. That's how it's going to be starting this week. You can kind of see our schedule here. Go over that real quick. So obviously tonight we're having our Impact watch along after this show. So at 10:15, we will be doing a new show called After the Impact. That will start at 10:15. We will go over the match card and everything like that. Give scores then. We're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to give scores then, and Joe and I will break down each match, and we'll just kind of get scores and talk about what we saw tonight and what's coming up for next week. Let's see here. Donna, if you don't like Impact, I mean, that's what this stream is. So If you don't like Impact, we're going to be talking about Impact a whole lot tonight. Maj, what's up with you? Yeah, I'm excited if that's true. Tomorrow, see Russell saying, I want to know how much Logan Paul cost for his few opinions. You know what? Maybe they blew that whole billion that they got from Peacock on Logan Paul. My goodness. It's all good, Donna. It's all good. Tomorrow night, we are doing hot tag. Tomorrow night will be a little bit different. Brandy is actually under the weather right now and has a doctor's appointment tomorrow. So we send well wishes and prayers and thoughts to her and for her. So tomorrow, what I'm going to be doing is just kind of reintroducing the show, going over some old moments we had on the show. Krista Zuba, what's up? Just going over some old stuff on the show and just kind of talking to you about what we have in store for you going forward, starting the following week. And to answer your question, Azan, I believe, Azan asked that. We're going to do Ron Simmons the following week. So tomorrow's just kind of a reintroduction, and then the following week we'll have Ron Simmons. So yeah, we're going to do that tomorrow. That's at 6 p.m. Eastern. So join me tomorrow if you will. I would greatly appreciate it. And then on Saturday, we are having our podcast, the Insiders Wrestling Podcast, Saturday at 9 p.m. That's our new day and time. So please join us for that. And if you're new here, we'd appreciate a subscribe from you if you don't mind. And if you can, like the video. Tell folks about us if you like what you see. Right now, as a matter of fact, we are at 1,451 subscribers. So thank all of you for your support of the channel. And we greatly appreciate it. We wouldn't be here without all of you. So thank you so much for everything that you do and watching us every single time we go live or we upload a video. We just really appreciate it. So tonight we have Impact Wrestling, and wow, we've got, don't have a lot in terms of a card so far, but I will definitely go over what we have. So starting the night out on BTI, we've got Havoc versus Nevaeh. The friends who have now turned enemies will be squaring off. So that should be a good match, and it's going to be on BTI. So probably around 7:30, 7:45, we'll have that match happen. So that will be good. Next, we've got a Pick Your Poison. Matt Cardona and Brian Myers are going to choose the other's fate. I missed last week's Impact, so I have no idea what's going on. I do know that they're facing each other at Rebellion, so that should be interesting. So we'll see what this is tonight, but I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Wally. We really appreciate that. Next, now this is going to be a banger. This really is going to be a banger. TJP against Josh Alexander. I'm really looking forward to this. And I think, honestly, if Josh Alexander wins this, he'll be in the X Division title picture again, I believe. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's see here. What did I miss, Azan? Let's see. Let's see here. Sorry, folks. Just trying to catch up with the chat. You guys are going crazy in there, which we love. So, Jeff Samuel saying, Jeff, please don't. I don't know if he's being released or not. I hope not. But in this climate, who knows? Who knows? Who knows at this point? I mean, I didn't think they'd release Samoa Joe, but they did, and I mean, we'll see. I hope that the releases are done, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, this is going to be a great match. We have the press conference for Rebellion, and Rebellion, for those of you Impact watchers, is Sunday, April 25th. It's going to be a historic card, so please join us for that watch along. It'll be a lot of fun. But these two guys, Rich Swann, the Impact heavyweight champion, will be facing Kenny Omega, the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, and it's title versus title in this, and it's going to be great. The build up to it has been great. I know a lot of people feel how they feel about Kenny Omega or whatever, but yeah, I mean, this is going to be more of a build up, and folks, we're 10 days away from Rebellion, which is crazy. I mean, I remember when we were like, man, Rebellion is so far away, and now it's here. 10 days away from Rebellion, and I can't wait. I just cannot wait. Chris sent me a DM. By the way, I tweeted out something earlier. Thanks, Chris. I really appreciate that. Thank you for throwing me off my game. Thanks, man. Speaking of Twitter, I tweeted out something earlier about the whole release stuff. So if you get a chance, if you are on Twitter, go check it out. I did not think that it would get that much attention, but holy crap, it's been kind of blowing up. So the last thing that we have for tonight, or at least I think this will be the last thing. Who knows? But the retirement of Jazz. Jazz is a legend in the business. She had the title versus career match at Hardcore Justice against Deonna Purrazzo, and she ended up not winning that, so she has to retire now. And I tweeted out something about respecting her career and how much she did for the business, and she actually liked the tweet and replied thank you. So I thought that was really cool of her to do. So yeah, that's it in terms of the action. Obviously with Impact, we always know that they're going to add something. They're going to add some type of match or something during the show. So don't hold me to that, but that's what we have advertised. Donna saying she remembers Jazz. Chad saying, Jeff, with Chelsea Green, could she be back with Impact with Matt and go back to her old character? There have been a lot of tweets, and most of them have been coming from Matt Cardona, but she tweeted out her old character earlier, so I wouldn't be surprised if she ended up back in Impact, and it wouldn't surprise me if she ends up there again. But I mean, that's the beauty of all of this, is that, yeah, it sucks that they got released, but there's so many different places that they could go, and we'll see what happens. I mean, I think Joe tweeted out a report from Meltzer that said that all of the folks that got released today have a 90-day no-compete clause. So that means that they cannot sign anywhere else until July 14th. So the folks that got released today, you won't see them until then. They may be active on social media, but you will not see them in a wrestling ring or in a company until that date, until around July 14th. So yeah, there's that. All right, folks. going at this a little bit early, but what do you have to eat? What's on your menu this evening? What are you snacking on, or what'd you have for dinner? Let us know in the chat. Um, I'll go over my lunch and my dinner for today. For lunch, I had leftovers, and I actually made some pulled chicken. So instead of pulled pork, I did pulled chicken instead. And I did it in my, with my southern roots. So I did my South Carolina vinegar based sauce for it, and it turned out pretty good. So I'm pretty happy about the pulled chicken. So, um, James, how many times have you had pizza in the last week? I'm just curious because you had pizza again. That's actually what I had for dinner is pizza. Let's see here. Cheese Whiz 2 saying pulled pork, mac and cheese. Donna saying eggs. Sean Rousset saying Campbell's chicken noodle soup. I hope that's not because you aren't feeling well. I hope you feel well. Azan saying pizza and salad. Melinda saying a Wendy's hamburger and fries and chili. Cool. Chad saying this evening he will be having spaghetti for dinner today for lunch. He had a roast beef sandwich. James saying that it's been about 5 times. Nothing wrong with that at all. J-Hub saying steamed fish, grilled shrimp, and a side salad. That sounds delicious. Michael Marone, I hope I'm saying your last name right. Shout out to you. Thank you for joining us. Chad saying, not Chad, Chris saying he had an American mixed sub, double meat and loaded. Where from? Where from, Chris? Eric had pizza. Delanio, what's up? Thank you for joining. So yeah, folks, if you're watching right now, BTI is on and they're going back over the 6-man tag from last week. Okay, awesome, Michael. Good to know. Sometimes being Southern, I mispronounce names. So, American mix of double meat and low. Wow. Let's see here. Jeff Samuel saying salad and rice with chicken. Sorrentino. Okay. Wally saying rotisserie chicken. Wow, that sounds pretty good. A little bit jealous of that. Gotta be honest. So what they're saying right now on BTI is that next week is Wrestle Week. So tune in to Access and Twitch for all things in Impact Wrestling. Azan saying that last week's win was a big one for Swan. Yeah, I agree, man. That's a huge win for Rich Swann, and I hope that it's not. Obviously, if you've been watching wrestling for a while, you know that if you're looking strong going into something, a lot of times it's just gives us a tip that you're not gonna go over in the match that you're building up to. But hopefully that's a little bit different. James Chadwick saying can't wait for Rebellion. Yeah, I'm so excited for it. I can't wait for it either. Really looking forward to it. Azan saying, do you think the Bucks will cost Rich? I don't know. There's a part of me that thinks that they will get involved, but I'm not so sure. I'm kind of the mindset that something crazy will happen and we'll get a no finish or something like that. But I mean, it's possible. It's possible that they cost Rich the titles, but yeah, I know Chris is in such a tough spot in this title versus title match because he doesn't like Swan, but he really doesn't like Kenny. So, Chris, I got to ask you, man, who are you picking in this match. Like, you got to pick someone. Who are you picking? But yeah, Azan, I mean, I think it's possible. I wouldn't be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if the Bucks cost Kenny. If that's another direction. I think that might be possible even. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. The 25th is on a Sunday, Melinda. The event was originally scheduled for the 24th, but they ended up moving it to the 25th because there's a big UFC fight on the 24th, so they moved it to the next day. So we'll get that on Sunday, April 25th, and we will be doing a watch along right here on this channel. So join us for that. Let's see here. I do use StreamYard, Michael. I do. Azan saying you think their heel turn was a work. I don't know if it was a work. I don't think it was a work, but I think in an effort or an attempt to help Kenny, I think someone cost Kenny. Just my opinion. I could be completely wrong. I'm sometimes I'm wrong, which is fine. J-Hub saying, I feel like Rich isn't the direction as the champion that AEW wants to go in because of the roster AEW has. And if they're planning to take this to other promotion, Kenny, I do. Let's see. I see what you're saying. And I think that's why I think if you want to get the belt, if you want to get the AEW belt away from Kenny, putting it on Rich to have him drop it the next time he wrestles an AEW match protects Kenny in a way, because I know what they feel about Kenny and what a lot of their fans feel about Kenny. So, instead of him taking a pin or taking a defeat, then you can have Rich take that pin, just drop the AEW title, not the Impact title, and then you kind of get out of that situation there with Kenny dropping it. So, yes, he would be dropping it here, but if there's some type of interference or shenanigans, that could be something that happens, or we get someone from New Japan that comes in, wreck shop, and does it that way. So we'll see. Firefly Revolution saying, drop by to say hello. I'm basically a zombie now. I'm exhausted as hell. What's up? Hope you get some rest. You need to get some rest. Yeah, I saw someone mention earlier, we can talk a little bit about some different things before Joe gets in here, but I saw the ratings for AEW and NXT, and both had increased viewership, which only further solidifies the need to do the move. AEW hit over 1 million viewers last night. Awesome. It just goes to show that a lot of wrestling fans were splitting attention. So good, good on AEW. I think NXT did around 850,000. So kudos to them. That's their biggest number in a while. And hopefully those numbers for both promotions continues to go up. Like I want to see both consistently get 1 million views every single time. Like to me, there should be no reason that both shows couldn't get over that 1 million mark. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. I'm glad that that I don't have to record one and watch the other or try to flip back and forth. I'm just glad that we don't have to deal with that anymore. And I'm really happy that we don't have to deal with the Wednesday Night Wars. I'm glad that's over. So James Chadwick saying, I think we could see a Shock debut or return at Rebellion. I agree. I think we could see something big at Rebellion. Not just honestly, I would say there could be a surprise invasion at Rebellion. Be on the lookout for that. I do think that New Japan, aside from FinJuice, I think they will get involved in some way, shape, or form. Could be wrong, but I think that's something that could happen. Donna saying, I wish AJ Styles would come back to Impact. You know what? With his friends there, um, I would love to see him and the Good Brothers reconnect in Impact. I'd love to see it. If you listen to AJ, I think he said in recent interviews that he wants to retire from WWE and possibly right there after he's done. Don't know if that's going to change, but we'll see. Randy Orton saying, do you think that Samoa Joe will return for Impact Wrestling? I said this earlier on Twitter. I think it would be a really cool full circle story for Joe to go back to Impact and kind of finish up there. And someone made mention of a comment. I didn't really think about it. I didn't really think about it until, after I saw that tweet. But, God, Chris. Oh, man. Someone made the comment that they'd like to see him go to AEW so he could cross over back and forth with Impact. And I'm thinking I'd love to see him go to Impact and sign there and be there primarily, but do some crossover stuff with AEW as opposed to the opposite of him being in AEW and doing crossover stuff with Impact. So, okay. Davey Richards is making a return with GSW. Okay. That's awesome. Let's see. Melinda, our thoughts, good vibes, and prayers are with you. We hope that you're feeling okay and that your treatment goes well tomorrow. So just know that we're all thinking of you. We're sending you positive energy and vibes. So Big Mike is in the house. What's up, Big Mike? Thank you for joining us. Thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate it. Chad Shader saying, what happened to that little guy that was pretending to be AJ Styles? You mean Dylan Postal, aka Hornswoggle? We haven't seen him since around that time. It's been quite a while since we've seen Swoggle, or the wee nominal one as he portrayed in Impact. But yeah, that we haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, we have not seen Swoggle in a while. So let's see. Wally saying, I think the Young Bucks cost Kenny Omega the match at the pay-per-view. So I think they're playing Omega and the rest of them. I think that something with that whole crew is going to go down at Rebellion. So yeah. Keep throwing out some different comments and we'll keep chatting about it, and just kind of fill some time before we get this match started on BTI. Right now they are showing the replay of Matt Cardona and Johnny Swinger from last week. So gotta take a little sip of water. So, how's the weather where all of you guys are? It's we've got a lot of rain going on here in upstate New York right now. So, Danielson, what's up? Saying he'd like to see Billy Kay and Chelsea in Impact. Okay. James is not happy that Swinger is on his TV screen. I can tell you that. Azan saying, what do you think of AEW having too many groups right now? They are very faction heavy. Like they are faction heavy. I think you do reach a point where you can have too many groups. Then it just becomes overdone. And I kind of think they're teetering on that line right now. I do. Um, the cool thing about factions, you don't have that many of them, so it makes the group seem that much more important and prestigious. So I think they're at the point where it's a little overdone, but obviously they do things a little bit differently than most. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, but I think they need to develop more. I think they're doing this. Sorry, I'm all over the place, but I think they're doing this because they have some talent that's green on their roster that could benefit from working with some of the older veteran wrestlers that they have in the company. And that's what I really like about them, is that they have a good mix at this point between veteran superstars and up and coming talent. And I think if you can mix some of that, and I think that's why this may be the reason why they're doing it, but I think they're doing that because they want people to work a little more closely together and maybe have some of the younger talent learn a little bit more from the vets. So I think that's where we are in terms of all of their factions. But sometimes they can get a little overdone. So hopefully, they kind of balance it out a little bit. But if I had to guess as to a reason why they're doing that, I think that's the reason why. So Warren saying, I think Billy Kay and Peyton Royce are headed to AEW. Hey, it could be the case. Could be the case. I know that a lot of us will be waiting until July 14th until they can sign a contract elsewhere. So we'll see. We'll see. Kip Clips. What's up, Kip? Saying Slammiversary could repeat what it did last year with the WWE releases. That is so true. That is so true. They could come in and swoop in and get some of these folks that were released. And here's the man, the myth, the legend.
Hey,
what's up, man? What's up? Hey, you came in at just the right time because we were talking, obviously the hot topic right now is all the releases. And C Wrestling actually put in chat earlier that Mojo Rawley was also released.
Yep, I shared it on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to get your thoughts before we
tough day. I mean, again, 1 year prior and same exact date. Sean Ross Sapp was quoted as saying that, it's pretty lousy that they did it on the exact same date. Obviously, it's a sad day for a lot of wrestlers who had been let go last year, and a sad day again now for the same people this year. So, look, you guys know. I mean, you've been watching the show for a while. You know what a big fan of Mickie James I am. And look, I mean, I get it. Some people are going to say, well, hey, she's doing really well for herself. She's a country and western singer, and that's true. And she is of a lot of them too, the veterans. She's been in wrestling for a good amount of time, but it's still a sad day. The Iconics, I absolutely love the Iconics. I thought they were a great team. Of course, they decided to break them up, and I kind of think that may have been the downfall for them. The same thing with Tucker. When they broke up him and Otis, the same thing goes for him. And I don't know. I mean, Bo Dallas, some of these people we have, I mean, face it, Mojo Rawley, Bo Dallas, some of these guys we have not seen. But that doesn't make it any better. And I don't know. Like a lot of you guys, I was just confused. Samoa Joe made a little bit of sense to me because of the fact that he was going to be, well, no, I guess it kind of didn't make sense because he was supposed to be on commentary on SmackDown. So apparently that changed. And the only thing I could think of there is maybe, and again, we don't know, maybe Joe wants to wrestle. And maybe WWE just had they're like, no, we're not, we don't want you in the ring. You want to stay. We want you as a commentator. We don't want you in the wrestling ring. So maybe Joe wants to wrestle, and maybe that was the issue. But again, we're just kind of throwing out straws. We don't know. But yeah, man, I there's no easy way around this. There's no easy way to explain it off. A company that just got $5 billion for Peacock. Don't tell me that you're struggling for money. Don't tell me that. I because that makes no sense to me. Like, don't come at me with that excuse, because I don't want to hear that.
No.
You bottom line just had no plans for these people probably, and that was it. So don't come across as saying, well, it's earnings time. And yeah, I get it. There is a date for this every year. There's a reason for this April 15th date. And I think I mentioned this last year when we did a show last year around this subject. And I think I mentioned the same thing. When you look at big companies, and I work for one of them, they all have quarterly earnings around the same time. They have quarterly things. So first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. Well, we're kind of at the fiscal year of some companies' end of 2020. And that's always a date when people get let go. I mean, my company, my workplace lost almost half our staff. And, I happened to not be there that day. I was glad I wasn't there because it's a lousy time. And, as I'm sure it is probably for these people too. It's just a, and yes, hopefully they'll all go and they'll find better places to be and greener pastures. But there's always going to be some. And I think someone made a comment on Twitter to me or to us earlier saying, well, they'll go. Well, you don't know that. Some maybe will, but then there will be some that don't. And this is their dream. So think about it this way. For us, we're obviously not wrestlers. And for us, we have our own dreams too. And when your dream comes to an end, it sucks. And when you have to face that reality and you have to be, you have to know, well, it's over. My dream is done. That's a horrible feeling. That's a horrible feeling. And I feel for each and every one of them. I do, because they can't sign anywhere until July 14th. So they're going to be in limbo now for a few months. And like I said, I fully expect that people will sign the Iconics. I fully expect that someone will sign Kalisto. I fully expect that someone will sign Tucker. Some of these people will get picked up, no doubt. But there will be some that won't. And that's a shame. And, it's not a good look for WWE. And people can argue with me and say, well, these people weren't on TV. And, well, it doesn't matter. Are you going to make this a yearly thing where every April 15th we're going to know that it's like D-Day for wrestlers? Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'm surprised to see it. I mean, I was at work and it just hit my Twitter and all of a sudden and everything just exploded. And
It's not a good look at all for WWE. Especially given the fact that you just had two major pop culture stars on the biggest event of the year.
Yeah.
How incredibly disgusting does it look? And I'm not trying to bash WWE.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. But how incredibly bad does it look that you had those two stars on that show, but you release them later on. And James made this comment earlier. I don't think it's necessarily about the money. What I personally think is very easy for you to carry that number of people on the roster when you're always touring and traveling, because you have all of these house shows, you have all of these different on the road. So you got to have people, to do work with and all of that stuff and fill in some of those matches. I think that, coupled with the fact that that they don't have plans all the time. I think that led to it. I don't think it's money. And if anyone, I know that people were saying that Johnny Ace, John Laurinaitis, was calling around saying it was budget cuts. Budget cuts from where? Like, what do you like?
From $5 billion?
From $5 billion.
Yeah.
That's just from the deal. That's not from your television revenue. That's not from your merchandising. That's not from any of that stuff. So I just don't buy budget cuts as an excuse.
If it's budget cuts, Jeff, the only thing I could think of that is logical to that statement is the money that they would have gotten from Saudi Arabia. That is the only thing that I could think of that they are not getting right now is the money they got from Saudi Arabia. But to me, $5 billion. Now, again, we don't know statistics. We don't know how they're getting paid. We don't know, if this is a long-term payment over 5 years. I don't know anything about TV contracts or any of that stuff. So I don't know how, did Peacock pay them $5 billion up front? And if they did, well, then shame on you. Because $5 billion pays a lot of superstars contracts. And the thing is, a lot of these guys, we don't know how much they were making. We don't know how much they were getting, but a lot of them probably weren't getting paid money, Roman Reigns money. Let's just say Roman Reigns money, for an example. Probably a lot of them weren't getting that kind of money. So if you couldn't afford to have these guys, and you got $5 billion from Peacock up front, then shame on you. Mm-hmm. And again, to me, there's no excuse. You just didn't want them. And just come right out and, not that it's going to be any better of a look for them, but just come right out and admit it. Havoc getting in the ring right now. We're getting our before the Impact match on the pre-show right now. Donna Cone, hello. Kelly got married. Yeah, I mean, there was some good news today. There was some news about Aleister Black. Who will be coming back, and apparently they're doing some kind of a story with it involving his childhood, is the rumor. So who knows? I don't know what that's going to be, but I'm not stressing, Eric. I just feel bad. I feel bad for these people, man. I think it's just a logical reaction. C says it's a failure of WWE. If they use these superstars correctly, they make their contracts worth it in merchandise alone. Yeah, I mean, look at the people that we're going to see tonight on the show. Well, we won't see some of them, but, I mean, Eric Young has done pretty damn well for himself since coming over to Impact. Yeah, and others. But so that's the thing, they just sometimes I really just think that they need a creative overhaul. I really, really, really do. WWE needs a creative overhaul. And I'm not just talking one person getting fired and stuff like that. They need a creative overhaul. I don't think it was any more evident than WrestleMania. And I'm not just talking about the Bray match. I'm talking about they apparently made adjustments to others now. It's all coming out. The Riddle match got adjusted as well with Sheamus. That got changed on the fly. I mean, this kind of stuff shouldn't happen. And if it is, they need a creative overhaul. They need something else going on. And now these stories are coming out. Tucker, I can't wait for Tucker's story because apparently Tucker's got a story to tell. And I'm sure it's going to come out at some point in time, probably after July 14th at some point. And that's going to be interesting because, we all watched that happen. Those guys were really popular. And then all of a sudden, boom, gone. Just split up, done. And so I'm going to be curious to hear what they have to say. So,
yeah, I saw his tweet and he was like, "Freedom, baby." And then he said something. I was like, oh boy, he's got some stuff to say. And honestly, I really want to hear Joe, what he has to.
Him and CM Punk were going back and forth on Twitter a little bit. So yeah, but it's going to be, look, I'd love to see Joe come back to Impact. I think there are others that would fit real well with it. Chelsea Green. Yep. I'd love to see her back in Impact. I think the Iconics, I think they would, pretty easily, I think Tony Khan would grab the Iconics.
In a heartbeat.
I think that he'll snap them up, and I think they'll end up on AEW because they could really use, they could use some more women there with some experience, especially an experienced women's tag team. And that's the way that people will sign them. And so you can kind of see where some of these guys will go. Kalisto might end up on AEW as well. They have a good lucha presence there. So I think some of them will end up there. I think some will end up on Impact. And then the rest may end up like maybe Ring of Honor, maybe MLW will pick some of them up. So they'll end up in other places more than likely. But like I said, some of them won't, and they're the ones I feel bad for. I mean, we'll talk about more of this on our podcast on Saturday. Jeff was talking to me before the show, and he said, "Man, we are going to have like a 3-hour show." And he's probably right. We're going to have so much to discuss, and now we had this.
It was already packed with everything else.
Oh my God. Yeah. With everything we had to talk about between WrestleMania and TakeOver and of course now we have what's going to happen tonight. And this is going to be the start of the Rebellion season here and that coming up and, just everything. And then what happened on Raw and what happened on the NXT and the stuff on AEW last night and the ratings and everything. There's so much going on. Wow. And now we had this too on top of it. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Some idiot decided to make it look like the official Twitter and tweet that Carmella had been released. My heart broke when I saw it. Yeah, you got to watch because people are idiots.
Yeah, people are real stupid.
People are real idiots. Like, that's just very, very insensitive and all. Again, that's is to just get clicks. They just want to get attention and get clicks. So just be careful. Just watch what's going on because, yeah, you're going to have a lot of that. Bo Dallas, well, at least – if there's one good thing that came out of this is at least we know Bo Dallas is officially not the Fiend. So that whole thing can be put to rest. So at least we got that. The good thing about Bo is it seems like we've heard and we talked about Bo with the whole thing with Liv and everything like that. And it seems like he's got a future planned out, which is good. So you may not see Bo come back to wrestling unless he gets a really, really good offer from another company. But yeah, we'll talk more about it. I just hope it's over because we just got Mojo Rally like less than an hour ago. I think it was maybe around 6:00. So I hope it's over because the very next day last year too, they were still going. Remember, they did some NXT people then. They cleaned up NXT. So I hope this is over because we could end up getting another day. Now, it wasn't the amount of people that we this happened to last year, but this could very well go into tomorrow. So
yeah, and you know what we're going to talk about. I know we're going to talk about this on Saturday. We're going to talk about a name that wasn't on that list.
Oh,
that probably should have been.
He was trending on Twitter, for God's sake. Like if Twitter, people know that much about that. Yeah, go ahead. Oh,
I know we're going to talk about that. I don't even want to give energy to his name right now.
Oh my God. Like why?
Why is he still there?
Right. Like it, and he's not on TV and he's not, why are these people still around? Other people's names were mentioned in similar fashion too. There's like 4 or 5 people that they named in that list, but oh my God, like why are they still around? You have good people and they're gone, but yet these other morons are still around. It's like, good Lord. I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't get it.
I don't either. I don't either. It doesn't make sense. Like I said, we're not going to know. We're not going to find out. We're not going to know about it. We're not going to find out any behind the scenes of it until some of these people get to the point where they can talk after July 14th. And and then maybe we'll find out, and maybe we won't. If a lot of them get picked up, that they may just decide, what, screw it. I'm not going to damage myself, moving forward in a new place or a new company by spewing a bunch of anger toward my last employer. That's never a good thing to do. By the way, life lesson: if you do that, never slander your old employee when you're going for another job. It just doesn't look good. So, but yeah. Oh man. Yeah, no, it's really crazy. It's really crazy. Oh my goodness. Well, happy Thursday, everyone. I'm glad you all joined us tonight. Of course, new night for Impact. And we have a match going on. Now, this has been brewing for a while. This is Havoc and Nevaeh.
Yeah.
Ex-teammates. These guys have been a tag team for a long, long time. And both of them now going at it in the ring. I'm really surprised this is on the pre-show.
Me too.
It's a main event match, at least in my opinion. Anyway, this is a main event match.
This is a main event match on Impact any week.
Yeah.
And at the very least, a match on a pay-per-view. Like,
Yeah.
I expect to see this at Rebellion.
Yeah, I agree. I'm really surprised this is on BTI. Kip Clips, hello. Yeah, Mickey James was thanking Vince on Twitter. She was. Yeah, she was. Mickey, like I said, she's got a lot of experience, and yeah, she she's gonna. And again, Mickey of all of them had a really prestigious career in WWE.
Yeah.
So of course, but it's funny how you could look back and you could kind of see this kind of stuff. And remember what they did to Mickey too with that botched ending that she had in that Latin Championship match with Asuka. So
Can I tell you where I think she should end up?
I would say, go ahead. I'm seeing if we think of the same thing.
No, because you started yours, and that's not where I was going.
Okay.
If I were Tony Khan, I would call up Mickey James and I would say, okay, we're doing better with our women's division. But if you come here as my lead booker for all of my women's programs.
Oh, creative. Okay.
And be my creative person for my women's division. The way that AEW could take off at that point would be absolutely tremendous, because then you have someone who's a legend in the game.
True.
Working with all of these different women. And not only can she do all of the creative for the women, but she could work with them in a way that a lot of people can in terms of in-ring psychology, character building, all of that. So yeah, I would pick up the phone and say, look, I need you as my head of creative for my women's programs, and do that.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I was going to say NWA, and the only reason why I was thinking that was because obviously Nick Aldis, her husband, is there.
Yeah.
And they could be on the same show, but yeah, I mean, would not be a dumb idea at all to have her in charge of. I mean, she would be great and creative, absolutely be great and creative. So yeah, I mean, Chris said they won't. Kenny runs the women's. Yeah, he does, but it's something that maybe he just doesn't even want to do. They may have worked that all out before this all started, and maybe Kenny doesn't even want to have anything to do with that anymore, and would rather even get it off his plate. So I'm sure they could probably talk him out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would. Yeah, that's an absolutely great idea. Absolutely great idea. And hey, well, the one thing I have to say that AEW, I have to give kudos where they're due. They're having their veterans now pushing their young people.
Mm-hmm.
You could see it. It was in full, full view last night with Matt Hardy and Darby Allin.
Yep.
You had Sting, of course, and Ethan Page. Now, him and Ethan got in a little dust up. You had Sting and Lance Archer. You had, so they're using, and of course you had Edge as well. Edge got beat up pretty good. Yeah. I'm sorry, Edge. Christian. Oh, jeez. Christian. Yes, Christian. Christian got, yeah.
Azan said earlier, and I kind of brought up that point. Azan was talking about earlier how they're real heavy with factions and how they are kind of teetering on having too many. And my thought process is, I think that some of that is being done for talent development. I think they're pairing up a lot of the veterans and the young talent to try and just give them the more ins and outs of the business and to get them more acclimated, as opposed to just doing it just to throw together another faction.
Yep. Yeah. And you know what? If they're going to do that, and and Christian and Matt and and Sting, if these guys are indeed there to raise the talent, then that's doing it the right way.
Yep.
That's doing it the right way. That's not people coming in and taking titles from young guys and stuff like that. So that's doing it the right way. So like I said, you got to give credit where credit is due.
Absolutely.
So we'll see if it continues. But for now, If that's what they're doing, and like to Jeff's point, you bring in a Mickey James, and even if she comes in creative and makes a couple appearances in the ring and stuff like that, and if she's going to help to get their women's division going and rolling, then it's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. Havoc is outside on the floor by the stairs. Nevaeh is back in the ring.
This has been brutal.
I was just going to say, it's been a brutal match.
Brutal so far. Joe,
go ahead.
Spent a lot of time together, I think. So.
Yeah, you think? Rumors AEW is bringing in Trios titles later in the year, says James Chadwick. They're gonna have their pick of the litter now. Whenever WWE lets some of these people go, they're gonna definitely give them a look for sure. They're gonna definitely give them a look. Rusev in AEW, yes, Donna, he is. Yes, he is. He is Miro. Both women locked up in the middle of the ring. Havoc turns it around, kick to the midsection, another knee lift here, misses with a kick there, and lots of kicks. Nevaeh goes down in the corner.
Ooh.
Havoc. Oh.
Havoc is just laying waste.
Oh, she is. Nevaeh is just a wreck in the corner. Havoc almost looks like she doesn't want to be doing it. Look at, she's screaming.
Yeah. Oh, man. Vicious Havoc going on right now.
Yep. Oh, another one. Oh, just letting her have it with the. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Nevaeh is down to no.
I'm surprised.
How the heck did she kick out of that?
Oh.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Nevaeh turns it around, slams Havoc's head off the top turnbuckle, big kick. And now Havoc goes down. 1, 2. Oh,
it was so close.
It was. Jeff's ahead of me as normal. Well, nice to see things didn't change there.
That didn't change.
People are still ahead of me on Impact. That's just a weekly thing.
Oh, man. Oh, whoa. Havoc
Is up. Nevaeh giving her some shots to the head. Havoc now, another kick to the midsection, another big knee, boot to the face. Ooh. Havoc off the ropes. Oh, knee.
Ooh.
Havoc again off the ropes. Up, big leg drop down. That might be it. 2, done.
Man.
Havoc wins.
That was a good match.
It was a very good match. Yeah, that's why I said I'm really surprised it was on this part of the show.
Yeah. Give us that again at Rebellion.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Nevaeh down on the mat. Wreck Havoc and leave. Yes. Could tell she's emotional there. Tell she didn't want to do it.
Man. You know how I feel about Jazz
retirement thing tonight. Yep.
Did you see that she liked my tweet yesterday?
No, did she? Oh, that's cool, dude.
Kyle's Bright Side of the Ring.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, I shouted her out and she liked it and said thank you. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Of course, we have Chris's favorite segment of the night, the press conference for the Rebellion title.
I asked him earlier. I was like, Chris, you don't like Rich Swann. You absolutely hate Kenny Omega. Who are you going for?
Chris is gonna go for the referee.
Yeah.
Chris is gonna root for the referee.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Tammy Smith. Hello to Tammy Smith from Facebook. How are you? Jay Hub says, wouldn't surprise me if AEW does introduce 6-man tag title because they probably see how it works in Ring of Honor and they have a lot of factions in Ring of Honor. They have a lot of titles now. I don't know. You never know. You never know. Well, that is it for Before the Impact, and we are about to get underway. So if Jeff, and I'm sure Jeff already told you, but we have another show tonight. After this, Ironically, we're calling it After the Impact. It's a non-PG stream, guys. It is. So those of you who are under the age of 18, just be careful because this one can get a little crazy. But we are going to have this directly after this show. So are we going to stop? We're going to stop this show and then open up another one, Jeff? Is that how we're doing it? Okay.
Yeah, what I told him earlier is that what we'll do is instead of at the end of this stream, how we normally do our ratings,
yes,
save that for after the impact.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and
that's a good idea.
What we'll do is we'll start out at 10:15, for that. So that's already out there on YouTube. It's already scheduled, so people can join in. So we'll break down matches, go over what we saw and what we think we'll get next week, and have some fun.
Yep. That is one of our new shows. Of course, we will be doing that directly after tonight. So make sure you join us. I know it's late. I know some of you, again, from overseas and stuff like that, stay up late with us the way it is. So if it's too late for you, we understand. But if you can, come on over. We probably won't stay very, very long with that. It's just going to cover what we saw, like Jeff said, what we saw tonight, and talk about some things that we saw on Impact and what we think we're going to see on Rebellion and stuff like that. So, yeah. Well, here we go. Let's see what we're going to get first. PG means I could truly say how I feel about two dipshits, says James Chadwick. Yes, you can.
They're starting out hot, Joe.
We always do. What are we getting? Oh, yes. Look at that. TJP and Josh Alexander. Of course, two of the three men that are in the triple threat for that X Division title. So this should be a good one. TJP in the ring first. Don is asking about Jack Gallagher. DJ Kryptonok, hello to you. James likes non-PG, I could see, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Non-PG. Chris is saying, I guess Swan, but would rather have had the roof to cave in on both. So Chris is sticking for a cave in. That's what he's going for.
He's going for the non-finish.
That would definitely be a non-finish if the roof caved in, yes.
Yeah.
Josh Alexander, the walking weapon, is on his way down to the ring now.
Give us your picks, folks.
Yeah, let us know who you think is going to win this one. Guys, it is only 10 days from Rebellion. 10 days from Rebellion. Hey, Sonny, what's going on? Sonny has to do some laundry.
Me too, Sonny. Me too.
Were y'all talking about food already?
Yeah, we talked about food. What'd you have?
Breakfast for dinner today.
Oh, that's nice.
I had some French toast and some fried ham and some bacon.
There you go.
Yeah, a little breakfast for dinner.
I had pizza for dinner.
Nice.
But for lunch, I had leftovers. I made some pulled chicken.
Ooh.
So instead of pulled pork, I did chicken instead, and did it with my South Carolina vinegar-based barbecue sauce.
Oh yeah, you were telling about that. Yeah, nice. That's awesome.
It was pretty good, man. Pretty good.
That sounds good. What's up, insiders? How are all of you doing this evening? We're good, Damien. Hope you are well.
John Suslowitz saying First Impact.
Oh, look at that.
Thank you.
Welcome, Sean.
You'll enjoy it, Sean.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy it.
Yeah, Sean's a big Bray and Fiend fan, so you'll get some of that kind of stuff on Impact, and you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. Tammy said made firecracker salmon. Oh, look at that.
That sounds good.
Look at that. Sunny said she had Subway. Sunny's on a Subway kick now.
Oh, okay.
She's it's like Timmy's, but now it's a Subway kick.
Oh, Subway.
Jersey Mike's. Oh, they're good too.
They are good.
Oh, Randy Orton says eggs, pancakes, and bacon. Look at that. Another person had breakfast today. There you go. Josh with a headlock.
Man.
TJP throws him off the ropes, off the other side. Big shoulder block by Josh. knocks TJP down, takedown by TJP. Nice action to start this off.
I love watching these two because they have such different styles.
They do.
So it just makes the dynamic of the match that much more interesting.
Yep, absolutely. TJP doing a handstand, trying to get out of the move.
Yeah.
And then he reverses it.
Yep.
We know TJP likes his submission moves and holds, and so he's trying to do with Josh here.
Look at that. Man.
Yeah, TJP.
Josh tried to flip him, but then TJP flips over and spins around him and still holds on to him. I mean, it's just tremendous.
Yep. The man moves around like a pretzel.
He does.
What is breakfast? I'm not up early enough to have breakfast, says Wally. Nice for you, dude.
You can always have it for dinner.
Good, yeah. Little eggs and bacon and sausage and pancakes, French toast, KFC pot pie. There you go.
Oh,
Josh into the corner, but he missed with a kick. Rolled up a TJP, rolled right back up, goes for a pin attempt, didn't get him. Oh, Josh tries for a. Both men rolling up and out of these moves. TJP rolled out of that. Oh.
good action so far, man.
Yep. That's the X Division. That's what they do.
That's it. Wrestle Week starts April 20th, Joe.
April. Oh, okay. Yeah, there it is. Impact Wrestle Week, April 20th on Axis TV. Nope, reversed it. Trying to look, it almost looks like he was trying to get him in an abdominal stretch, but now Josh reversed it. TJP, look at, oh my God, how do you wrestle somebody like that?
Oh,
look at this. How do you wrestle someone like that? He's literally like a spider. He just gets like all over you. Oh,
that face first to the mat. Yep. Oh man, that was a good little sequence right there. That's good stuff.
James Chadwick says, I tweeted Josh earlier to snap TJP's ankle.
Oh, man.
Now he grabs him up by the hair, throws him over into the turnbuckle, and a kick for good measure down in the against the bottom turnbuckle, just kicking the legs repeatedly now, trying to soften him up. Man. They're talking about Don Callis on the announce team. Shot to the face. Knee to the side of the head. Another one. Forearm. Oh, look at that chop.
The chops, man.
Another one. Oh, you can hear them.
Yeah. Man, look at this.
Over, throws him off the ropes into the corner. Josh goes in, boots to the face, goes over him. Josh grabbed him and trying to power him up and over.
Oh, no, he's not. Look at this.
Dear Lord, what is he doing? Who's got who here? Like, what is going on?
Josh is pulling his arms forward.
Oh, my God. Josh is down on the second rope. TJP now goes off the top, but he caught him there. And he gets the ankle lock on the apron. He's going to have to release that, obviously, because he's outside of the ring.
Oh, my God. Woo. Man, this match is so good.
Down, he slams him on the apron.
This is why Josh needs to be X Division champ.
I agree. TJP is just so wiry and quick. Like
Yeah.
it takes any kind of an advantage you may have because you're a bigger guy away. Because he could just lock you in some sort of submission hold like that quick.
Yeah, and he's Weasley, so
Yep.
even if you get him in something, he can squeeze out, so.
Yep. Slap again to the chest by Josh. Dumps him back into the ring. Now what's he going to do? Just stepping on his back while he's out on the ring apron. Now he grabs him up. And you gotta watch. You gotta watch when you do this. He's trying to lift him up to the corner. Sorry, go ahead.
No, Chris was saying you just want another interview. Yes, we do.
Yeah, you're right. We do. He did promise us that championship interview, so we're going to hold him to it.
He did. I'm trying to find the answer to Damien's question right now.
What other matches have been announced for Rebellion?
Diana versus Tenille.
Yeah.
Finn Juice against the Good Brothers.
Yep.
Let me see what else here. Tasha Steelz and Kiera Hogan will be on there. Brian Myers versus Matt Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Ace Austin versus Josh versus TJP.
Yep.
That's what we got so far.
There probably will be more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Josh had him in that ankle lock, but he escaped that getting out of the ring. Look at this. Shots to the midsection. Josh pushes him off. Big kick to the side of the head from TJP. Josh goes down into the corner.
Oh.
He's stepping on the top of his head.
Just wait.
Oh, just rubbing the side of his. Oh.
Just wait.
Oh.
That knee, man.
Oh, man. Josh could be in some trouble here.
What's up, Brad?
Hey, Conrad. What's going on, man?
And Jim Gore. What's up, Jim Gore? Oh, man.
Josh is trying to get out of it. He's trying to get over the ropes, but he can't. Oh, no. Josh rolled him up. He's got him in the ankle lock in the middle of the ring.
Wow.
Nope. Now he gets him back in the arm lock. Oh, my God. Just back and forth with these locks.
Back and forth. Back and forth.
Josh trying to push him off. And now he gets him in the ankle lock again.
Wow.
TJP tries to get out of it, and he just gets him right back in it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, now he gets him back in the arm bar again. Good.
Oh.
Oh, Josh looking like he wants to tap. Oh, now he bends the other arm back. Then he was going to try to reach the ropes.
Wow.
He's working over, and he does get that bottom rope.
Man, that sequence of reversals of submission,
Dude,
that's crazy.
that was insane.
That was insane. And then you add in Ace Austin into this.
Oh, my God. Dude, that's going to be a crazy match.
Yep, sign me up.
That's going to be a crazy match. Hello, Jason Peace. They're still going. Another kick.
Man.
Josh went for one. He ducked underneath.
Ooh.
TJP going up. Going up. High risk maneuver coming up here. No. Josh gets him right in the ankle lock. Right off that move. TJP, though, tries to turn out of it. And he just gets him right back in it again.
Wow.
And now he's got him right in the middle of the ring. TJP trying to get out, punches him in the face.
My God.
He knocks him down again, and there's the arm. Oh, look at this. Josh, the strength to pull him back up and back down on the back of his head.
Oh my God. The ending of this match.
And now he's got him up. Oh, down. That should do it. 1, 2, 3. Josh Alexander is the winner.
Man, that
Wow.
show.
Wow. Damn, that was a hell of a match. What a match to open the show.
Match.
Wow.
Oh, D'Lo Brown just said it best. Follow that.
Yeah. Wow. What a match to open tonight's show.
Oh, man.
Whew. Wow.
Oh, that was good, man. That was so good.
Matt Striker and D'Lo Brown. It's a great way to open a match, to open the show, man. Wow. 15-minute match. Not to be the bearer of bad news, but Nevaeh is leaving Impact. Where did you hear that?
I know Reno Scum is leaving.
No, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't re-sign. Oh man, the Good Brothers are doing a movie night. They're doing Meatballs.
Oh my God, Meatballs with Bill Murray. That's fantastic. Oh, I love that movie. Bill Murray starts a chant in that movie that I'll never forget to this day. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. And he gets all the people. Oh, I love that movie. That movie is fantastic. That's one of Bill Murray's. He was really young in that movie. It's one of his first, one of the first movies he's done. Oh, it was so good.
Man.
She just posted on Twitter, Sean. What did she say? Carl Anderson and Crazy Steve tonight.
Of course, they have to give us stuff that I don't have a graphic for.
Oh no, Tennille has a show coming out called All About Me.
Wow, she posted, turns out I was the weakest link. Thank you to Impact Wrestling. This last year was incredible for me.
Wow, okay.
Wow.
So she is leaving. Maybe that's why Havoc looks so distraught in the ring. Man. There are people's contracts that are coming up. I know Jordan Grace too. I'm pretty sure her contract is coming up as well.
Yep.
Oh man, I'll tell you. Well, we know Taya Valkyrie debuted in NXT. It looks like, man, she's getting inserted right into the title picture, it seems.
Yep.
Well, that's what I said. You never know, I mean, Impact may lose some people too, and they may have to replenish their roster a little bit. So you never know. They may go after Chelsea Green. They may go after the Iconics if they can afford to bring them in, So you never know. You never know. Can't wait for the next Talking Shop of Mania whenever that. Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't heard anything about that yet. But they might just be waiting a little bit for a little warmer weather as well.
That's true.
So might be waiting for later in April, maybe early May, because they do that outside. So although I think they live in the South though, don't they?
Yeah, I think Georgia.
I was gonna say, yeah, so it would be warm there anyway. James says, no wonder Havoc looked upset. Yeah. Yep. Steve, wrestling fan, is talking about Moose.
Maybe his contract is coming up.
Haven't seen Moose in a while.
He works out with a lot of WWE guys.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people realize that when he posts that on Twitter and Instagram, but
Havoc looked like nearly in tears on the Twitch stream at the end of the match. That could be why. Oh, okay. Havoc. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Havoc has her own Twitch stream. Rusty said, can I go after Chelsea Green? Well, I'm not going to touch that one, Rusty. What's this that we got here? Uh-oh. Oh, is this Olivia Wilde? Let's Get Wild. Returning soon in the Impact Zone. We saw that little teaser a little bit ago. Rusty said, I joke. I'm happily engaged. OMG. I don't know where Jeff went, but it is Decay. Oh my God, I actually get to see a Decay match and not miss it. Taylor Wilde, sorry. Olivia Wilde. Oops. I'm thinking of the actress. Isn't there an actress named Olivia Wilde? Yeah, I bet you there is. Taylor Wilde, sorry. Decay and their awesome entrance coming down to the ring. I've not seen them in a while. And there is Rosemary at the forefront. Yes, I finally get to see a Decay match, James. Yes, I know. Oh my God. It's been forever. It's been forever. I was surprised Green re-signed a 3-year contract after never being used once called up. Taylor Wilde. I was saying Olivia Wilde. I'm thinking of the actress, not the wrestler. Taylor Wilde. We lost you there, Jeff. What happened? Jeff's still gone. The Good Brothers theme music is playing. Taylor Wilde returning the Impact makes me happy, but not as much as Rosemary makes me happy, yes. I agree, Jim Gore. Always good seeing Rosemary. Although I haven't seen her, I have not seen Rosemary wrestle in a long time. Jeff, are you back?
Yeah, I'm hoping my stuff works. It keeps cutting out on me. So,
oh God.
Yeah, I know.
I got to see Decay, Jeff.
Finally.
I right? Oh.
Freaking finally.
Oh my God, I know. Yes. Decay, says Melinda. Olivia Wilde. I thought so. I don't know why I know her name. Is she? Oh, now I got to look her up. I think she was in Tron Legacy, if I'm not mistaken. That's probably why her name sticks in my head.
And yes, I'm glad Taylor Wilde is coming back too. Really good to see that.
Yeah.
So you now I'm back in on what's going on. So you called her Olivia.
I did.
Okay.
I called her the actress.
I got you.
They all corrected me. I called it. Yeah, she was in Tron Legacy. I knew it. She was. She played Cora. I think it was a Quorra. She played the woman who was. Oh my God, I can't think of names tonight. I must be overtired. Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges' sidekick, basically in Tron Legacy. Carl Anderson and Crazy Steve. This should be a good match.
Yeah. Man, Crazy Steve.
Been a while since I've seen him wrestle too. Yeah. Oh, look at this. 1, 2, backslide. Almost got the pin. Go Crazy Steve is Carl Anderson wants no part of that. The big LG is on the outside, and so is Decay. And they're going to a break. Remember that the big LG just wrestled Tarus as well. So they've got some history. So, we've got Steiner Math. We've got Steiner Math.
One of my highlights of every Impact stream.
Chris called me a nerd. I am a nerd. I'll admit. I'll openly admit. Steiner Math. It's funny. We were only away from Impact for a week, but it seems longer.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. I mean, it's like, wait, what? Why does this feel like we're missing out? But yeah, 1 week.
Yeah, it's weird. Tron Legacy was great, and I still don't get how Cora came into the real world never having a physical body. Yeah, that was a little weird. I'm torn about that movie. I love the original. The graphics were astounding in that. I mean, it looked like you were watching a film in 3D, and it really wasn't in 3D. I love the soundtrack by Daft Punk. I like the story behind it, how he was kind of lost in there and they went to get him and stuff. But I don't know. There's just something about that just I don't know. Like maybe I don't know, maybe the ending of it, maybe they tried. Sometimes when they bring back a sequel, they try to remake the original and they try to make it too much like the original. It just doesn't work. But yeah, I enjoyed it, but after I had watched it a few times, I was like, yeah, I kind of left me wanting something else or wanting more. Maybe they are making another one. Jared Leto apparently is the main character in it. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, they signed him on for it. It was a rumor for a while, but now they actually have him signed on. So yeah, apparently it's going to be one of the next movies he's working on, I think.
Okay.
Oh man. Hello people. Yes, if you are new to our streams, and we did see a couple people that came in. Of course, Sean is not new to our channel, but if you're new to the stream, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, make sure you drop a like on the video tonight. We would really appreciate that. Helps us out. And if you want to know when we're going to have shows, hit that notification button as well. Now, Friday, Jeff is going to be. You're gonna be on, but it's going to be. You can explain it to the guys if you didn't already, and you might have.
Yeah, I did a little bit earlier, but we've had a lot of people join us since then. So tomorrow we will be bringing back the hot tag. Brandy will not be on the show tomorrow. It will just be me. But what I'm going to do is just kind of reintroduce the show since it's been a while since we've been on. Reintroduce the show, give some past clips and everything, and just kind of go over what we hope to do, and then hopefully get some feedback from everyone watching and see who they'd like for us to cover next. So the following week, we're actually going to cover Ron Simmons, but going forward, we want to make sure we get everyone's suggestions to see who they want to see us cover.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, there you go. So Jeff will be here tomorrow night for that. That starts at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll see if I can pop in the chat. Obviously, on my way home, I get done with work around 6:30. So on my way home, I'll pop in the chat and I'll check it out. And then Saturday is our weekly podcast show, 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So now you got us on Saturday nights. That is the show we used to do tonight. But of course, we had to move everything around a little bit because of Impact. So that show, oh my God, there's going to be so much with that show that we have to cover. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. We're going to talk about, kind of final thoughts and wrap up on Mania Week. And of course, NXT TakeOver and what happened in NXT. I mean, there was a retirement. There was a retirement on NXT. I mean, is that part of a storyline? Is he really retiring? Of course, we had a promo cut by Karrion Kross. We had a lot of stuff happen on NXT. And then, we got crazy stuff happen on Raw. And then, of course, we had AEW last night with a lot of good stuff going on there. And now we've got Impact tonight getting ready for Rebellion. We are going to have a ton of stuff to talk about on Saturday. So just be ready. We got a full plate for Saturday night. So make sure you join us for that. And then we'll start it all over again on Monday night, of course, with Abby's Window to talk about what happened on Monday night with both Bray and Alexa and all the talk going on about all of the lore and Samael and Lilith and, oh my goodness gracious, all of that stuff, which looks like that people may have found out or figured out the story that Bray is trying to tell. So Abby, of course, Jody and Jeff will be there to talk all about what they think is next for Bray Wyatt and what is next for Alexa Bliss. Are they going their separate ways? Is Bray going to still, is the plans on the table for Randy Orton to still go? And is Bray going to be the one that's going to get rid of him? Or are they just moving past that whole thing? We'll see. We will see. Yes, Wally Moose is still in Impact. It's called the Hot Tag. Yes, Cheese Whiz too.
Yep. The hot tag.
Gus, we talked about it a little bit before the show started, about 20 minutes or so before. Yeah, it's sad, man. It just, I mean, there's nothing else to say about it. It's just, when anybody loses their jobs, it's not a fun thing. It's not, the fact that there are people that are downplaying it kind of, upsets me because, they're not really looking at it. Almost is like they're not really looking at them as real people. When you think about it that way, and they are, it's just as if you would have friends or family or anybody else, yourself, that would lose a job. It's never fun. It's happened to me twice in my career. And I consider myself lucky that it's only been twice. Both times I was severanced, and it is not a fun feeling when you're walking out of that door. So, yep. Yeah, Mickey James, big fan of Mickey James. Rosemary on the outside of the ring. It's so funny that Rosemary just gets in the heads of these guys. It's great. I absolutely love it. Crazy Steve sent into the corner. Carl Anderson barreling in after him. Doesn't get him. Crazy Steve avoids it. Oh, man. Nice takedown from Crazy Steve. Goes for the cover. 2.5. 2.5. Crazy Steve looking for a submission hold here. Taurus and Rosemary on the outside. I still kind of have a feeling that Decay is getting another member.
I do too.
I really do. Yeah, I really do. I don't know who, but I think that somebody else is coming in.
Male or female?
That's a good question. It would make sense for a female because then both of them could have separate tag matches if they wanted to.
Yep.
So it makes sense to have a female brought in.
Now, here's a crazy thing that could happen. I don't know. Sometime in July. What if Chelsea Green returns as her old character and is the hot again?
I saw a picture of her old character.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Carl Anderson gets the win and slinks out of the ring. Distraction technique, and of course he gets the win over Crazy Steve. Rosemary is not happy. Taurus pointing at them. Rosemary licks her finger and waves.
Oh.
You kind of figure that won't be the last time that these guys will have a confrontation. Oh, here we go. How I've missed this.
Swingers Palace, baby.
It's only been a week and I've missed it. The fantastic music. I miss this so much. This makes me smile. Ace Austin.
Hey, what's up, Wes?
What's going on, Wes?
Steve wrestling fan saying maybe Allie back with Rosemary. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that.
TJP just walked in a skeleton suit.
Uh-oh.
TJ's the odds-on favorite. And there's Josh Alexander.
Love it.
He's already told me, oh, look at this.
Petey Williams. Maple Leaf Muscle.
They're doing Steiner math.
Oh.
Oh, they got the siren going off, too. This is fantastic.
You see Alicia's face. Everybody's face.
Alicia's like, we got to do Steiner math. Look at all the girls. The swinger girls are all looking like they're totally confused. Johnny Swinger's going like this with money.
That was great.
Oh my God, that was fantastic. I like my odds, says Josh.
That's great stuff, man.
I'm going to be the $1 million swing man.
Everybody's got Daddy.
Oh my God, I love it. Oh, I love that.
That was so good.
Oh my God, we got a new Steiner math.
That's so good. Maybe they can start showing that one now. You know?
Oh my God, that was fantastic.
That's so good. I hate that we missed Petey returning though at Hardcore.
Yeah, I know that sucked.
I hate that because I know we would have helped out pretty hard.
Yep. Oh my God. Steiner math. So good. Oh, I love that. I love that Swingers Palace. That's so good. Oh man. I needed a good laugh. That was fun.
Yeah. After the day folks have had today, a good laugh is needed, you know.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Greatest betrayals with Davey Richards, Wrestling Lanes laughing. Yeah, see, we all needed a laugh, and there we go. We got it. I love that little group that they have together that have done all of these like little skits and things like that. Oh my God, it's so funny.
Yeah.
See, and that's the kind of thing that, and this brings you back to, and maybe there are wrestlers that have these kind of personalities that WWE could be using for stuff like this. Mm-hmm. And what's wrong with it? It makes you laugh, and you know, like having this kind of stuff going on backstage. I mean, they do it a little bit to the extent with R-Truth. They have R-Truth kind of doing the comic relief stuff and things, but they could do more of that. You know, like have these little promos and stuff. And if you don't have guys really working right now or guys that you're using, have this little group of people backstage kind of hanging out and catering or whatever, and do some stuff like this. Like it's funny. Yeah. It gets you laughing. And especially for Raw, which is a damn 3-hour show. And half the time they don't even know what to do with the whole show. I mean, have blow off some time. That's what I don't understand. Like that's what I don't get.
Yeah. Like the problem that I have with it is they give us the same comedy every single time. Like the 24/7 stuff. That's all they give us.
Yeah.
But mix it up, you know, like mix it up, stuff like this. And I don't know.
You have to find talents for some of your people, man. Like, don't just be like, okay, I'm going to pick and choose. These people are going to be on the show every single week. And then the rest of you, just screw it. You're going to be catering. Like that mix it up. Like find the talents of your people and see, that's where it goes back to creative. Creative is being paid to find talent from their people. And if you can't do that kind of stuff, then why are you there? Like, get somebody who can. I mean, they used to have it. My God, they had Stone Cold hitting Vince with bedpans. Vince used to be involved in a lot of these crazy storylines when Vince was around. So they used to have it. So where is it? Like, where is that? You know, do that kind of stuff again. It's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, my God, The Rock somebody got tossed over a bridge. Who was that? The Rock went over the bridge? Was it The Rock after his title or was it Stone Cold?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff's fun. It's funny. It makes people laugh. You don't always have to be all serious. Eddie Edwards and Willie Mack. What is this promo? Eddie Edwards saying when you can't win them all. Raw needs to switch matches too. Yeah, Raw needs an overhaul. And I thought we were going to get that, but apparently not. I can't remember in old TNA, was Petey Williams meant to be a smaller Scott Steiner look? Jeff would probably know that better than me because I didn't watch a lot of that then. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why they would call him, Maple Leaf Muscle.
Davey Richards back to Impact Wrestling.
James has been calling it.
The Veil liked my tweet. That's cool, Wes. I think somebody left. Was it Jason Peace?
Jason Peace.
Okay. See you, Jason. Have a good night.
Conrad saying Raw was can't miss 97-02.
It was. Yes, it was. Raw needs to go to 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I don't know when they're going to learn that. They probably can't because it's a contract probably with USA and they just can't get out of that. But it really needs to go back to 9 to 11.
Yeah.
Violent by Design on their way out. Eddie Edwards and Willie Mack waiting. There's Eric Young. And we still haven't seen, we know he's injured.
He did it in the match with James Storm.
Oh, okay.
But he wrestled that 8-man tag at Hardcore Justice.
That's crazy.
ACL.
That's crazy. And there you see Rhino and the gang.
He actually somebody tweeted saying they didn't see when he did it, and he said I actually wrestled that match with it. So
Man,
just
that's
crazy.
Nuts.
Crazy.
Imagine. Said one thing I am not is a liar. Sonny's getting a rainstorm.
Oh.
Yeah, we had rain plow through here all day today too.
Yeah, same here.
I got a new flavored vitamin water today. Watermelon peach.
Ooh, how's that?
0 sugar. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Different. I liked it. It was good. Eddie said we didn't come out here to debate. We came out here to fight. Willie Mack's pants are amazing, says his on. Well, here we go. We're going to get a fight.
Oh.
We're going to get a fight. All 4 men looking like it's looking like it's going to be 4-on-2. Is anybody else going to come out? Yes. James Storm and Chris Sabin. And now we've got 4-on-4.
Man.
Oh, we may be in for a 4-on-4. Well, no, they can't. I was going to say they can't because Eric Young can't wrestle. You're like a pack of wolves, says James Storm.
Ooh.
Well, how is he going to wrestle at Rebellion? Cheesewood says, I'm sorry about your damn luck. Yes.
Man.
I don't know how they're going to manage to do that with Eric Young having a torn ACL, but we'll see. Maybe there'll be a surprise member of Violent by Design. Maybe he'll bring in a 4th for him.
Yeah.
Somebody else.
I thought this was going to close the show. Well, I mean, I guess.
Apparently not.
Kenny and.
Yeah, the Kenny thing will probably close the show. Yeah. Much to the chagrin of Chris, the press conference will close the show tonight. Yeah.
Oh.
Sean Rousset says, I agree Raw needs changes, but everything is sensitive these days. You would be canceled for saying one wrong thing. Oh, look at Susan and Scott D'Amore and Deanna. Uh-oh. It's never good when Deanna gets in front of Scott D'Amore. Scott says you're walking with a purpose. To bring it. Uh-oh. You are not going to ruin her retirement speech. Let her have this moment. She deserves it. Capiche?
Wow.
Look at the stare that Susan gave him. Uh-oh.
This flashback hurts now.
You're right, Samoa Joe. I hope Sue. Oh, can you imagine if Sue Young ruined it? Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. What are people saying here? Super C. Is Cutler's 90-day over? He could be a new member.
Yeah, he could, and he and Deanna are either dating or married or headed there. So yeah, that would make sense.
Well, yeah, Eric Young tore an ACL, which puts you out. I mean, you're out for a good long time. So yeah, no, he can't. I mean, remember, a lot of this is impacts are taped. So they go and they'll tape like an entire season of them. So yeah, but he is definitely hurt. Yeah.
Joe, I tweeted out earlier about the releases and everything. I just got to tell you about this tweet. It's crazy. Has 155 likes.
Wow.
Has 33 retweets and 29 replies.
Holy cow, dude.
You know why? Because I mentioned the fact that not everyone that got released today has to go to AEW.
Oh my God. Oh, it's crazy, isn't it? Oh, there it is. I see it now.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was going to get that much attention. I was like, man, I'm just saying what I feel, but, my God.
Yeah. Not everyone needs to go to AEW. They have a pretty large roster as it is. There are tons of other. Yeah, I mean, it's not like you really even dissed them at all. I mean, you just stated an opinion.
I had one dude reply saying, "Oh, I can't believe you're trying to, take away fans' ability to fantasy book." I was like, that's not at all what I said. It was just not everyone needs to sign there. Period. Not everyone is gonna sign.
And it's not like they're going to do that anyway. Like I said, we kind of talked about that before. You could see them signing certain people. Like I said, I wouldn't be shocked to see them sign the Iconics. It just seems like that would be a place for them to shine and go there. But yeah, Tony Khan's not automatically going to just open his wallet and sign every single one of them. That's not going to happen. So, yeah. Oh, it's crazy, isn't it? Like, I hope this all just dissipates. Now that the Wednesday Night War is done, I hope that this ends. I hope that this stuff goes away. This animosity toward, one or the other. WWE has to hate AEW, and AEW has to hate WWE. I just hope it goes away. Uh-oh. Here's Tennille's show all about me. James Chadwick's going to love this. I can't believe she's getting a title shot. Boy, after all that, where she was just looking for a partner, nobody wanted anything to do with her, and now she's getting a title shot.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is, James Chadwick. There he is with his neck brace. Don't dare criticize people's beloved AEW or New Japan Pro Wrestling. Sit next to Caleb. She looks very uncomfortable. The Iconics would be perfect to center a women's tag team division around. That's why we thought that it would be a good idea for her to go there. James Chadwick is mad. Bunch of mad face. This is not James Chadwick's favorite part of the show. No. In fact, I would venture to guess on our Behind the Impact show, James Chadwick's going to sound off about this show.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty safe bet.
Yep. How am I so sure I'm going to win the Knockouts Tag Team Champion? Oh, God. I mean, look at me. I'm good at everything. Oh, my God. If I was a wrestler, Impact seems like the place to be. You taped a bunch of TV over 2 to 3 days. You get paid decent, and you could do outside bookings. Yeah, they give them a little more freedom and stuff. Yeah. The taping schedule probably isn't ideal, though. I mean, nothing's going to be great. You have to go and you're away from your family for a good amount of time. And, you have to be there to do all the tapings one after another. And they showed some of them, film. I know Ethan used to film a vlog and stuff like that, and you'd see what they were doing backstage. So a lot of times you're kind of, when you're not out there, you're in the back, you're kind of just hanging. You can't really leave, because if you have another segment later in the show, so you're kind of just hanging out downstairs. It's not like you can go relax in your hotel room. So yeah, there's advantages and disadvantages probably to everywhere you go.
Wow.
Thank you for joining me. She said, "You joined me. This is my show." Thank you for joining me and All About Me. Of course, Caleb says she was so good. Of course. Are they romantically involved, or does Caleb just work for her? I don't understand. And then he shoos her out. Oh God, James Chadwick's having a heart attack. Wally says, I have a question for you guys. If you guys had the money to start your own wrestling company, what would you do and how would you do it? What would you name it? Oh my God.
That's a deep question.
That's a very deep question. Jazz is coming out with Jordan Grace. Oh, here we go. DJ Kryptonux says, what did I just watch? That's a good question, Wally. We have to maybe we should put that to the chat.
Yeah.
So there you go. Think about that one and answer Wally's question. If you had the money to start your own wrestling company, what would you do? How would you do it? And what would you name it? So there you go. We'll throw that out to you guys. We'll think about it while we watch the retirement of Jazz. So coming hoping she was going to have one more title run. That didn't happen.
Oh.
So I knew Deanna was going to give me a run for my money. Felt I had one more run. Felt that fire. You have a feeling, Jeff, she's going to get interrupted and we're going to get a rematch?
Yep, I do. Kind of.
Hashtag thank you, Jazz, says Conrad.
Something's uphill.
Said Deanna's the present and the future of wrestling. Wow, look at Jordan.
She's like teary-eyed.
Yeah. Jazz thanks her for considering her. Jazz says, your future is bright. Wow.
This is pretty good stuff. And emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Jeff's ahead of me. Oh, Fire and Flava interrupts. Oh.
Please make this the match at Rebellion. Please make this the match at Rebellion.
Well, maybe they'll give them the tag team champs.
Yeah.
And give her a title. Look at her with the tissues. About damn time he went to the retirement home.
Wow.
Havoc's in tears again, James. Sonny's saying Weird Odd Wrestling or Weird Odd Entertainment would be my company name. Wow or whoa. Jeez. Thank you, Jazz. Clap, clap. Hey, Paul Carpenter. What's up, fellas? I forgot about the switch up. How about those W? Yeah, we talked about it earlier, Paul, before the show. Crazy, man. Crazy. On Twitch, someone said he knew. Someone said hit New Jack's team. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, boy.
Someone said hit New Jack's team. Oh, God. Did they call her Raggedy Taggedy Havoc and Nevaeh?
Whoa.
Did he make the match right now?
Yeah. We got a match.
Scott D'Amore just made the match. Wow. Scott D'Amore just made the match. Oh, Tazzy might not like this at all, man. His girls might lose the titles.
Right?
They got the match. Jordan Grace getting kicked out of the off the ring apron. Jazz coming into the ring.
Oh.
Jordan pushes her off. Big splash and big clothesline into the corner. Throws her off the second turnbuckle. Here comes Jordan Grace. Oh, knees to the back. Going off the ropes on the other side. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Jordan is on fire. Oh, 1, 2, save made.
Man.
Look at this. An impromptu match. Said Jazz hasn't officially retired. No, apparently not. What if Jazz turns on Grace as the manager of Kiera and Tasha? Well, that would be something.
That would be, yeah.
Jazz with a shot to the back. Tries to pick her up for a slam. Makes the tag. Missed with the kick. Jazz now with some shots. Look at this. Left, left. Getting ready for the right hand. There it is. Big right hand. Knocks her down. Misses another kick. Kick to the midsection from Jazz. Jazz picking her up. Looking for a big slam down here. Cover. 1, 2. Oh, was that? Did they get it?
That was it.
Holy cow, look at that. Jazz gets a win for her retirement. Look at that. Maybe we'll get a challenge for the. Well, are we going to get another challenge? Let's see. Disrespectful. As I was saying. What brings me here tonight, Jazz says. It's time that I fully say this is it. I'm announcing my retirement. I want to thank all the fans. over the years for their love,
That's awesome. This is awesome.
continuous support. Because without you, the locker room's coming down. Oh, look at this.
That's awesome.
We are doing a stream after Impact, Gus. Yes.
Oh, Gail Kim
Oh,
out there.
who is?
Gail Kim.
Oh, is Gail out there?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, she is. Look at that. Oh, man, this is really cool.
Wow.
Conrad said Jazz was supposed to be my first interview, but we had a scheduling conflict. Oh, dude. Tommy Dreamer, the godfather of wrestling.
Man, this is awesome.
There's Rohit. Look at that. Thank you, Jazz.
Thank you, Jazz, indeed. Man, that was a pretty cool moment, though.
That really was cool, yeah.
Like, it was cool for her to have that match.
Yep.
You know, to end it all, and
Yep.
the 3 other women that were involved, you could say, are the present and future, just like she, you know, just like she put over Deanna. So, good moment.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was really cool. Well, Jazz is probably off to her wrestling school.
Yep.
And she will teach the next generation, maybe, of who we end up seeing in some of these companies. So awesome. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. There's ways to do that. And that was done very well. That was done very well.
Yeah, that was cool.
Cool moment, but they're still doing flashbacks. They do these all the time, dude.
Yeah.
They do these all the time. Speaking of Petey Williams. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. We're already an hour in, over an hour. What do y'all think of that retirement by Jazz? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Conrad said, I'll always appreciate Jazz. Yeah. Yep. There are pioneers in this business that you will see come and go. You know, we may have saw another one leave today in Mickie James too. We don't know what she's going to do. We don't know whether or not she may desire to stay in wrestling. She may move on as well. She's got other things that she's doing too. So yeah, that's one of the things, guys. You know, we know that a lot of you guys that watch the show are younger. You got your lives ahead of you. And one of the things that you find, you know, when you get a little bit older is that the people who you kind of grew up watching as they get older and then they retire, it's always a sad moment. You know, obviously the big one was The Undertaker recently, that everybody watched that. And, you know, that was tough for a lot of people. And when these are people that you've grown up watching a long time, it's really hard sometimes to deal with it.
Yeah.
So yeah. I remember Jazz's debut in ECW, says Paul. To be honest, I was hoping for a Mark Henry type swerve. Yeah, I mean, I think there were a lot of people that were saying though that she has that school, and Jeff mentioned it, and you know, it just seemed like she was, you know, she had the moments that she wanted to have, and it just seemed like she was kind of ready to move on.
I wish her DMs were open.
How did I did DM her. I don't know how I did.
She followed you.
Did she follow me? I don't know if she followed me or did she follow Insiders? I can't remember. Let me look and see. I tried DMing her, but I didn't get an answer back. I actually even emailed her too, because I was asking her to see if we can get her for an interview.
Yeah.
What's her at? Is it just Jazz? Jazz? Yeah, Phenom Jazz.
Yep.
Yeah. No, she does follow me, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not jealous at all.
I'm gonna have to try to find now that she's not on Impact anymore. Maybe I should hit her up again.
Yeah.
I'll send her another message and see. You never know. People don't. It's hard to get some people on Twitter because they probably get flooded. If they have a lot of people that have their DM use, especially friends of theirs in wrestling and things like that, it's probably very hard to get them a DM sometimes. So maybe I'll hit her up again and we'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky. That'd be awesome. Talk to Jazz. That'd be awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Let's not forget Eugene, Rusty. We will never forget Eugene as long as you are in our streams, man.
Never.
We will never forget Eugene. Eugene will live forever in our streams. Sonny said definitely jelly.
Oh, yeah. Man, this spot, that spot from Elix Skipper, like I don't.
How did he not fall? How the hell did he keep his balance going across that?
Yeah.
Be like walking across a fence. The insider. Oh, dude, Rusty. If we got Mickey James, I would not be able to speak. I wouldn't be able to speak. Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Oh, D'Amore's not happy. Oh. Disrespectful. Oh, no. Apparently, Jazz is not retired. Said I'm a woman of my word. Oh, they're going to give Jordan another partner, aren't they?
Oh.
Said I'm done.
Please.
Who's going to tag with her? Who's going to tag with Jordan? Oh, who's coming? Scott D'Amore thanking her. So whatever you got in mind, I'm good with.
I wonder if it's going to be ODB.
Oh, maybe. Pick your poison match. This can be fun. The most professional wrestler, Brian Myers. I want insiders and Peter Williams. Petey Williams, yes. Dude, we'd interview anybody. We like everybody.
Yeah.
It's going to get harder and harder and harder, though, to have wrestlers on the shows now because they're all going back to work.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we came through COVID and we got, we got lucky with some of the people that we got because they kind of wanted to get their names out there a little bit and get, in the out there with some different people. And so, but yeah, it's going to get tougher and tougher now that they're going back to work. Jim Gore says Jordan Grace and Havoc.
Ooh.
Well, obviously, if Nevaeh's gone.
Oh.
Here comes his opponent. He said, I picked someone who's beaten you before.
Oh.
Jake something. Oh, boy. Look at this.
Man.
Here comes the big man, Jake something against Brian Myers. People saying it might be Taylor Wilde or Chelsea Green. Chelsea can't. Chelsea's like all those people who got released, Sonny, they can't do anything until July 14th. So it can't be her. Taylor Wilde, it could be. Although I don't know what relationship she would have had to Jazz. That's the only thing that would make me think that wouldn't be the case. Because she acted as if like she knew the person, and that's probably why Jeff was talking about ODB. Magnum TA would be awesome for an older fan like myself. Like when you guys talked to Nikita. Yeah, Nikita Koloff was a really cool interview.
I still can't believe we got that interview so early into.
I know.
When the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh. James saying, what about Jacqueline? You remember Jacqueline?
Oh, of course. Yeah. That's interesting. That's interesting.
Very, very interesting.
Conrad says people really don't want Omega to win against Swan. No, look, it's kind of like I think the people that are fans of Impact don't want it because if he does and he walks out with their title, then what does Impact do? You're a wrestling promotion, but you don't have a title anymore. Like even for as long as it lasts. Like, I don't know. I don't know. This is going to be Rebellion's going to be an unprecedented pay-per-view. It really is. And for that being one of the reasons, like you just don't know what's going to happen. And, a lot of people are saying that, people for the majority, I'll tell you what, the majority of the things I'm reading are saying he is winning this. So
that Kenny is.
Yeah. Yeah. The majority of the things I've read are saying he's probably walking out with that title. And if that's the case, like I said, it's a very, I don't know, it's a fine line to walk because how are you going to have a show with no champion? And is he going to be on every show? I don't know. I honestly don't know how they're going to do it. It's very strange territory. Rusty says I'm one of those people. I'm sure you're not the only one. Yeah. Well, I know you're not the only one in our group. Chris doesn't want it either. I can tell you that right now. Well, although Chris wouldn't care. Fits with the AEW narrative. Is he going to be Thanos? Is that what they're doing here? Is he going to collect all the Infinity Stones and he's just going to collect all the titles? And he's just going to walk around with like a number of titles on him? Like, is that where they're going?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Man, Brian Myers picked up the big win there.
Myers gets the win over Jake something. Matt Cardona not happy. So now.
Oh.
So that was a lot of fun, broski. Thank you.
Whoa.
Oh, no. He got Sami Callihan. Oh, man. Look at this. Look at this. Paul Carpenter says, yes, Myers forever. Has something won a match? No, he did not.
I think maybe he won like one or two since he had, made that shift, but he hasn't had a lot of success. What's up, Little T?
Little T is here. What's up? Hassan White, Finjuice, and Kenny win. There will be no world. Yeah, I know, right? If Finjuice wins, there's no tag team champs, and there's no guarantee that if they lose, that the Good Brothers don't take the titles and walk to AEW with the titles over there. If they're forming some kind of a big thing there, if they've got if they're forming a Bullet Club of some sort there with the Young Bucks, who knows? Who really knows? That's why I said I have no idea. There's going to be a lot of eyes on Rebellion. I can tell you right now there will be. We were saying that, things have become almost must watch for people for Impact, and this pay-per-view will be a must watch. There will be a lot of people that are just general wrestling fans that will watch just to see what happens with Kenny Omega and Rich.
Yep.
AEW fans will be watching for sure. It's going to be a big pay-per-view for them.
Yeah.
Really big pay-per-view.
And apparently they got a boost in ratings last week too. So
all good for all concerned. AEW could establish a number one contender for the next pay-per-view, costing Kenny, maybe. Wrestling Lane, hello to you. Sonny says back. Kenny is repeating the storyline of Austin Aries, the belt collector, says Steve, wrestling fan. Yeah. It would put Impact over big time as a company if Omega would lose. It would put over, yeah, and you would kind of think that if Don Callis were behind this, and of course he's an executive in the company, that's kind of maybe what the end game was, but I really don't know. I really don't know. Samoa Joe on Impact's greatest debuts.
Yeah.
It could be like Jeff said too, where it could just be all shenanigans. It could be that just a whole bunch of weird stuff happens at the end and no one loses and no one wins. It could be just a crazy finish where certain people come out. I mean, you could see people come out that don't like Kenny and end up helping. You could see Moose return. I mean, Moose might come out and everybody might think, well, Moose is going to do something to Rich Swann and hurt Rich Swann's chances, and maybe Moose helps him win. It could be very, very weird ending.
I think whatever it is will be a lot of fun, and I know
we'll be watching. We will be watching. Make sure you're here. And it's a Sunday.
Yep.
April 25th. Don't forget, we will have the watch along for that. Impact or AEW is about to get Iconic. I think XFL that the Iconics may go to AEW. I just kind of see them fitting in there better. I really want to see Moose destroy Kenny. Wouldn't that be something? Yeah. But yeah, like to Jeff's point, AEW got great ratings. Would they have 1.2 million, I think?
Yeah.
1.27 million.
Yep.
NXT did really well. So it just seems like, everybody's got their day now. And it seems like it's just going to be advantageous to everyone. And that just makes it all better for us too as fans. Nice now, right? You don't have to decide what you want to watch. You don't have to record something to watch something else later. I know when I do that, if I do that, I end up either not watching that other show that I recorded, or I don't get to it, or I get too tired to watch both. And then I end up watching the first one and I'm like, and then it ends up on my DVR and I don't end up watching it and I hear about it all over the place anyway. And then I'm like, I already know what happened. So I don't end up watching the other show. Moose completely outshined and outperformed Omega in that match. Yeah.
Great match.
Mm-hmm. Yep. If there is a winner, whoever loses puts the other company down with no champion. Yeah. I think AEW can stand that though a little more than a smaller company like Impact can. But I don't know. That's why I kind of think that we may get a no decision or some kind of a thing like that. Impact, NWA, New Japan, and Ring of Honor could pick up talent. Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
There are a lot of options out there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 2 count on Sammy. Matt Cardona. Getting up, Sammy laying on the mat right now. Matt goes over to him. Well, you know where this is lead. These two guys, of course, are going to clash at Rebellion. Two best friends, the Broskis, are going to be fighting.
Yep.
James says Samoa Joe going to Ring of Honor. I don't know. I would think he might come back here. But who knows? Who knows?
I will say this, just for selfish purposes, just from a promo standpoint, I would love to see him cut a promo on AEW television with no script.
Oh, yeah. yeah, right.
Like,
right?
I really want to see that happen, but I mean, who knows? But man, that would be absolutely amazing.
Yeah. And look, you know, AEW may want him. They may want him. I mean, obviously they'll, you know, before people go, it's like in regular pro sports, like in football and stuff like that, baseball. Whenever somebody gets traded, they're going to check them out first. They're going to make sure they're medically cleared and all that kind of stuff before they pay them and things like that. And if he's cleared and good to go, yeah, I'm sure they could. You imagine him with Taz on Taz's team, right?
Man,
I mean, Joe is always a great heel. So yeah.
Man.
There's Big Dan on Twitch. How's your night going? Going good, buddy. How about you?
Good.
Conrad saying Joe. Yes. We can, well, maybe we'll hear that again. It was kind of a long time.
Yeah. Since
the Iconics can't wrestle at any promotion right now, I think they're going to go back to Australia and be with family until they could. Yeah, very true. Yeah. I'm sure. Well, that's one thing is the ones who have been working right through will probably take a long time off. You know, they'll take a little vacation, put their names out there, and you know, see what they're going to do. But sure, yeah, they'll take a vacation, take some time off.
Yeah.
Cardona flies over the top rope and out to the floor. Sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
No, I was just going to read Trent's comment. He said Impact needs to bring Samoa Joe back home to Impact. I would love to see him back in Impact. I really, really would. Really would.
Team Taz with Joe reunited, and it feels so good. Yeah, right. Just sees Joe getting in Sting's face. I could see it.
I could see it.
Yeah, I could see it. Swan drops the belt to Omega, and Moose is the one to bring it back to Impact. Maybe.
That'd be pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe. That could be too. I mean, they might give Kenny the belts, and then he just doesn't carry them very long. And then someone gets pushed to take it back from him. So, yeah, maybe. Rachel Ellering would be Jordan Grace's tag team partner, says Trent Hatchett. James is saying, I want to see Samoa Joe versus Jake something. Yeah, that'd be a good match.
I want to see Joe and Sami Callihan.
Joe and Sammy, yeah, that would be a hell of a match, too.
That's what I really want to see.
Yep. Matt Cardona with some elbows to the side of Sami Callihan's head. Oh, Sammy grabbed him. Look at the look on Sammy's face. Greatest returns, Rosemary. I do like this one. And yes, it's a good time to say, if you are new to our channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We would greatly appreciate that. We just hit 1450, I believe it is. So that's awesome. Thank you to everyone who's done that. But yes, hit that subscribe button if you are new. Obviously, hit the like button on the video tonight. We would greatly appreciate that. And if you would like to know when we are going to be on, make sure you hit that notification button so you will hear that little bell ring. Well, not really. But you will get a notification whenever we have shows in the future. So, and we've got a bit of a new lineup, so just make sure that you know when we're going to be on.
Joe, I have a bit of breaking news here.
Oh, I hope it's not bad breaking news. It seemed like that's what we were getting all today.
It's great breaking news.
Oh, okay.
Former NXT announcer Mauro Ranallo will be calling Impact Wrestling World Title match between Rich Swann.
Oh, no way! No way! That's awesome.
That's great news.
Oh, Mauro is so full of energy too, dude. That's gonna be awesome. Wow, I wonder if Mauro is it. Oh, I wonder where he signed. Is he signed on? Who is he signed for? Is he signed for AEW?
I don't know.
I don't know because they wouldn't have. They already have an announced team there. So, I mean, who would he replace if he ended up going there? They already have Shivani and JR. Like, who would he end up replacing? And the same thing goes for Impact too. Wow, that's cool, dude. That's really cool.
Yeah. That's going to be good.
Super C saying can't wait to hear him again. Yeah, Mauro's awesome. I love Mauro's energy, man. Whenever you listen to NXT and you hear his energy, yeah, absolutely. Rosemary fighting off the bridesmaids. Going after Su Yung. They said she's come back from the dead. Throws Su Yung into the bridesmaids.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
Mauro's only doing MMA, says Azan, right now.
Yeah, that's all he's been doing right now for Showtime. But yeah, he's going to – that's what the reports are right now.
That's really cool. So that's great news. Impact getting Mauro is a great move. Mauro should replace Matt Striker. Yeah, I'd be down for Mauro being one of the regular announcers. That'd be awesome. And there is Rosemary and Allie. Someone mentioned this before. She actually wrestled recently. I saw her in a match recently over in AEW.
And it was pretty good.
It was, yeah. Yep. She was over at the announce table too, threatening JR and Shivani and stuff too. Mauro can sign with Impact, not AEW. Mauro and Matt Striker would kill it on commentary. And there is Rosemary and Steiner Math. Steiner Math for a third time because we got the one in Swingers Palace too. So hey, Chris says probably a one-off. It could be.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, they could be just getting them in for that match.
Because whether you like the two guys or not,
big match.
It's a huge match. It really is a huge match.
Yep, and that makes it even bigger if they say, and a lot of people love Mauro when he was there. So if they advertise that and say Mauro is a special, announcer that night, yeah, it's a big thing. I told you guys it's going to be a big pay-per-view. It could be one of Impact's more recent pay-per-views that really gets a lot of people watching, especially for that final match. Steiner Math is back. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
I love this part. Would you rather be with me or would you rather be with Joe? You're one of those girls that like romance. A genetic freak.
Oh, my God. I know some people get tired of it. I absolutely love it.
Oh, my God, dude. Yeah, this is one of the best promos ever. We're back in the ring. Sami Callihan and Matt Cardona. Chris says, I will not watch the main event.
I kind of assume that, Chris. I assume that you wouldn't be watching.
You don't even want to keep an eye open just in case somebody comes in and just wrecks everything. Like it just destroys both of them, or just, you don't even want to see for that, because I'm sure you would love that. Elbow to the back of the head by Sami Callihan. Cardona hitting him right back. Headbutt. Oh, big shot. Look at the slaps by Sami. Oh. Big forearm from Matt. Duck underneath. Big clothesline from Sami Callihan. Did you see the new NXT logo? Yes, Sean. Mm-hmm. Yep. Steve, wrestling fan. I've never been a fan of Matt Striker's commentary. What happened with Nevaeh? Well, she lost the match, and apparently she's done an Impact.
Yeah.
She kind of gave her farewell on Twitter, and apparently Havoc during her stream was quite emotional, and she was emotional at the end of the match. So, yeah, apparently Nevaeh is finished in Impact Wrestling. So wherever she's going next, we don't know.
Yeah.
2.5. I mean, it could be NXT. It could be to join Taya Valkyrie and the Rascals. It could be AEW. We're not sure. We're not sure.
Yeah.
Shot to the side of the head by Matt Cardona. Now going for the cover 2. Nope. Kick out at 2. I love Sami's looks on his face when he wrestles. Yeah. Oh, man. Big kick to the back of the head by Cardona. Oh.
Close.
1, 2. Whoa, man, was that close. Joe and Jeff, question booking. Cage versus Christian, and Cage wins. Cage turns face, shakes Christian's hands, and Taz is mad. And Cage chokes Taz. Light goes out. Samoa Joe attacks Cage. And Samoa Joe to Team Taz. That's a very big booking thing, dude. You really put some thought into that.
I know that was
a lot of thought you put into that, Jason Michael. Yeah. Maybe Nevaeh debuts on Ring of Honor in the Women of Honor tournament in the summer. Yeah. Could be. Could be. I mean, EC3 went from Impact to Ring of Honor, so yeah, that could happen.
Yeah, just
Warren said she is done with Impact. She is. Yes, she is.
There's going to be a lot of moving and shaking, I think.
Yeah, it looks that way. Like I said, there's other people with, we said Reno Scum, and there could Jordan Grace's contract is coming up too, so we don't know what she's going to do. So yeah, that looks like there could be a lot of changes. And now all these people that were released by WWE today too are going to be going in different places as well. So yeah.
I think somebody said earlier that Slammiversary this year could be a lot like it was last year with those teases of possible.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. You could have surprises showing up and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine that the free agents last year who were released probably had the same thing where they couldn't sign anywhere until July 14th. So it's probably the same thing. Yeah. So that's probably why you got the vignettes and stuff like that. And none of them could really wrestle because they couldn't really sign yet. So yeah. Paul says, "How is Rich Swann the face of Impact?"
He's talent-wise.
He's a pretty talented wrestler, yeah, dude. Like he could, plus all the stuff that he came through and fought back from. I mean, the injury to that ankle that he had, he really had no business being back in wrestling. So,
oh God,
Sami Callihan wins. Ooh, that looks disgusting. What did he do?
He just
used his whole fingernail.
Yeah, he just ripped off the fingernail.
Oh my God, he lost his entire fingernail and he ripped it off. He is a sick dude, man. Yeah. That has to be painful. That has got to be painful. He just lost his entire fingernail.
And just ripped it off.
And just ripped it. Jeez. Oh my God. That was hard to watch. And Sammy's going to get on the mic. Let's see what he says. Has his fingers bleeding.
Wow.
Sammy, you sick bastard, says James. Yeah. Sammy's laughing. Conrad says Rich Swann's great. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. It's tremendous.
I just took care of that piece of trash. On to bigger and better things and more important things, he says. Trey Miguel. Uh-oh. He's calling out Trey. And here he comes. AEW will sign all the women since their women's division sucks. It's they're spotlighting it more, Chris. They're getting better. I mean, now that Thunder Rosa seems like she's there full time, Britt Baker, they're getting better. And of course, the ladies that they had wrestle last night as well. Jade and Red Velvet. They're getting better. They still need some help. I just think they need to spotlight people more. And we forget too, Big Swole. They have Abbott on there, so they have people there, and I think they're getting better. So. Remember the last time that Sammy talked to Trey, he was trying to get him to tag team with him.
Yeah. Man. Since we know what's coming up.
So it didn't feel good to let in that rage. AEW's women's division is great. They're just not being used properly. There's good athletes there. No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of them getting the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's just hard to invest anything into talent when you're only seeing them for 3 minutes.
Very
on
true.
TV. I mean, now if you have all the time that I don't have, and you can watch AEW Dark and Dark Revolution and everything else, then you're seeing, these ladies. But I mean, I don't have the time to go watch everything.
Yeah, it's just too much. I would not be surprised if it was Sammy that took out Dreamer.
Yeah.
With no due respect. Absolutely not, says Trey Miguel. And he walks away. Says, you should show me some gratitude. Gratitude for hardcore justice. You were not even on that show. Oh. Oh, he said he took out Tommy Dreamer?
Uh-oh.
Oh, now he starts beating him up. Sammy with a kick to the groin.
These two have to go at it.
Oh, yeah, this has to be a rebellion match. This has to be a rebellion match.
Man.
Oh.
Vicious attacks.
Huge clothesline. Whew. Just when I thought they were friends, said Conrad. Yeah, apparently not. There'll be none of that. I think we're getting a monster's ball for these two.
Oh, if we do. Oh.
Trey's just trying to get. Oh, he's getting a chair. Oh, right in the side of the head.
Right in the side of the head from the outside.
Oh. Well, if there wasn't a match before, there certainly will be now.
Yep.
Chelsea Green is a picture on Twitter looking like Laura Van Ness. Yes, she does.
Yep. Oh, sugar honey iced tea. I forgot that it was not the non-PG stream.
Oh, what is he going to do? Oh, that was brutal.
That's why I said that.
Oh, that was brutal.
That was, man.
Oh, that chair didn't budge. Oh, that was hard to watch.
And he hit a lot of the back of it too.
Oh,
Oh,
that was brutal. Greetings and salutations, peeps, says Jesse Callan. What's up, Jesse?
Jesse.
Sammy looks back.
Man.
Sammy's a sadistic mother, isn't he?
He is, man. Good Lord. That's rough.
Jeff, I'll say it for you. Holy, yes. Got to put respect on Sammy's name. Yeah, you do. Holy cow, man. That man can. I've seen him ever since Slammiversary last year. I've seen him take punishment and punishment and punishment and just end up dishing it out as bad as he could take it.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's like a tank.
He is. He is, man. We need a Monsters Ball match and a Ultimate X match this year.
I would love to see an Ultimate X match. That would be amazing, dude. That would be absolutely amazing. Everybody's saying Jesse, Sonny, Chris. Everybody's yelling people's names in the chat.
Our good friend Kyle Scarborough tweeting out about Samoa Joe. I can't read it. Go check it amongst yourselves if you care to see what he says.
Oh, a little bit of a.
I mean, I don't disagree with him. I'll just leave it at that.
Let's see what he says. How do you F up Samoa Joe? I think you have to actually try to fail to do anything constructive. Don't at me with injury nonsense either. Yeah.
There were multiple times where Samoa Joe should have been heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
In WWE, whether that was the WWE title or Universal, he should have been champion.
I think that's what a lot of people are saying about it. A lot of that the most today is that how do you not have him be a champion when he, during his stint there? Yeah.
Right.
Imagine Moxley versus Sammy. Oh, dude. Yeah.
Good Lord.
That would be amazing. At a Monsters Ball. Awesome Kong. And there's Taylor Wilde.
Yep. Ooh.
Does Awesome Kong still wrestle? She retired, didn't she?
She was on AEW, like a lot of their.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, she was. I was going to say, can you imagine if Jazz's friend was Awesome Kong?
Right.
Just imagine Jordan and Awesome Kong.
You know who I really want to see a match between? And I know some people will beat me up in the chat about it probably. I want to see Jordan Grace and Nyla Rose.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good match. Yeah. Yeah. I'd love to see Jade and Camille.
I knew you. How did I know you were going to say? Oh man, that would.
Could you imagine that match?
Oh god.
and,
Oh man.
and it wouldn't be unprecedented because we've already had the NWA champion come over to that promotion. So it wouldn't be like it never happened before. Oh my god.
Right.
Raquel versus Camille, says Rusty. Yeah.
Conrad said, imagine Samoa Joe against CM Punk again. Oh my goodness. Would love that.
The two of them were chatting today.
Yeah, they were.
Chatting it up on Twitter.
Yeah.
I'll have to dip out for a bit to save battery power because I don't have my charger on me, but I'll try to be back before y'all are done. Jesse, we've got to get you a car charger.
Yes.
We've got to get you a wireless car charger that you can put in your vent and that you can have your phone going and not have to worry about it.
Yep.
Got to get you one of those. Awesome Kong, not happy with that result. We've got about 14 minutes left, guys, and I'd imagine all we got left is the press conference.
Look at Sonny fantasy booking.
Kevin Owens versus Sami Callihan. Oh, that would be a good one too. Yeah, that's a great shout.
Finjuice.
Finjuice is on the TV, and I think I finally may have caught up to Jeff after 2 hours, which always happens. It goes along the entire time, and I catch up in the last 10 minutes. Joe should beat Brock at Great Balls of Fire.
He should have.
Yeah.
Ooh, Joe versus
Moose. This is another one you wonder who's going to win. I mean, you'd almost kind of think that the Good Brothers would get it back. And this is where a lot of people are talking about the Young Bucks interfering. This is where I would see maybe the Young Bucks might interfere, is that they might interfere in this match to get the Good Brothers their titles back.
Yeah.
But then don't be surprised if you see them turn right around and try to get those titles off of the Good Brothers too at the same time. So I still don't believe that they're totally in with the Kenny thing.
Nope.
I have a wire one, but the dude is working on my car right now, so I'm in this waiting room without it. A wireless nut might be nice though, yes.
Oh.
Wrestle Week, Tuesday the 20th, Impact in 60 seconds. This is Rebellion. And then look, the badass movie night with meatballs. Oh, I'm going to have to watch that. I'm going to have to watch that. That's going to be hilarious.
They just announced a match for next week. There you go.
Oh, the Good Brothers against Decay. Oh, Knockouts title. There it is. Deanna against Tennille Dashwood. Tennille versus Susan next week. Oh.
Next week shaping up.
Violent by Design, which I have no idea how they're going to do this with a guy with a torn ACL. Storm, Sabin, Edwards, and Mac has been made for Rebellion. And next week, Eric Young versus Eddie Edwards. How the hell does he keep wrestling?
How
does he win that? Oh, look at this. It's a last man standing match.
Oh, Trey and Sammy, last man
standing match. Oh.
Whoever asked earlier, what matches do we have? Well, they just
there you go.
So
oh, last man standing match. Dude, Rebellion is going to be fire.
Whew.
Rebellion is going to be fire. Oh, man, you guys are going to have to join us for Rebellion. Rebellion's going to be hot.
Yeah, it is.
And here we go. It's a press conference time. Now there's Tony Khan on the side. Tony Khan's there. There's Rich Swann and Scott D'Amore. This looks like it's taking place like in a tiny little. This has to be backstage Impact. You can see the doors.
Yeah.
It's like they're in like a church. Who's that next to Tony? Oh, that's oh my God. What's his name? Jerry Lynn. That Jerry Lynn next to Tony Khan?
Yep. Yeah, that was Jerry Lynn. I kind of wish that we would have gotten the invite to ask.
Yeah. Jeez, man. We're supposed to be on their press thing. Yeah. Why don't we get questions? Rich said he's battled with adversity his whole life. Of course, Kenny is not there yet. Chris, I'm happy because Decay and the Good Brothers are going to wrestle next week. James Chadwick saying, violence, violence. Did Tony Khan just refuse to shake Scott D'Amore's hand, did he? PW Insider. Ooh, now we're getting up in the world. This is very deep.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Would he write a book?
All right.
Now, see, Tony Khan, though, on the show can't stand Kenny.
Right.
So,
That's interesting.
So either one of them is going to be on Dynamite. Scott D'Amore really putting over Tony Khan.
Wow.
Well, now.
Wow.
They're going to handle both schedules. How did Jerry Lynn turn into Jeff Jarrett? We're making sure there's a winner.
There you go. Then we're not going to get the crazy finish. Oh,
AEW is sanctioning the match.
Oh, boy.
And here he comes. Chris's favorite person in all the land. I do love his theme music, man. I really do. His theme music is fantastic. I watched the video for it and it fires me up. I love this music. Makes me speed in my car when I'm driving home and I listen to it. Look at Rich just sitting there. There's Don Callis. So if Kenny wins, it's going to be on Impact from now on. Interesting.
Ooh.
Oh, look at this. A question for Don Callis from the Daily Telegraph.
This is a good question.
You're either an Impact Wrestling exec or a manager of talent like Kenny Omega. Which is it? Ooh. Whoa.
That was a good question, man.
Dude, this is good. This is turning into a roast. Oh, Callis left. Callis is done. Oh, nope. He's getting up on the mic. He said, let Daddy take over.
Chris is not having a good time with this.
No, that's, yeah.
As his comment would allude.
This is Chris's worst nightmare. Like if Chris had a nightmare, this would be it. Man, he always brings that up. The Tokyo Dome, Jericho, Omega. Callis is the new Eric Bischoff, I'm telling you. This is what Bischoff used to do with Hogan. This is exactly what Bischoff did with Hogan. Hero worshipped Hulk Hogan. Hogan is an insect compared to this man.
It's crazy, man.
Oh, my God.
Getting that heel heat.
Kenny, by God, Omega.
My God, Omega.
Look at him with his peach tie. This isn't new to me. This is natural. Trent says this is good. Callis is better than Bischoff in my view. Bischoff was just a little rat. Like you just couldn't stand him. And Callis is kind of that way too, except Callis is like taller and just more, he's a little more intimidating. Rich, you've never been here before.
Chris said he's done. He turned it off.
I'm not shocked. Omega is overrated. Oh, boy, he's insulting his clothes. He said he went to the bargain bin at the local Target. I don't mean any offense. I was put on this earth to make a difference. You're here because you love wrestling. You're going to try your little heart out. Oh. Oh.
He's working this so well.
Oh, my God.
He's working this so well. I mean, love him or hate him, he's doing what you do as a heel, as a mega heel.
Your means to an end. A match that opened the forbidden door. That cemented the legacy of Kenny Omega. I can't say they're going to remember you. No disrespect. That's all he's been doing.
Every single bit of it.
I hope you bring your A game. You're taking part in history. Cameras are going to want to catch this. Last time I'm cordial with this man.
Oh,
He gave him a shot, didn't he? You're ahead of me. He's going to give him a shot. Here it comes. Oh, he slapped him. Oh, here we go. He slapped him across the face, and now we got to fight. We got to fight. It's like Rocky Balboa and Ivan Drago.
Yep.
We got to fight. And that's it.
That's the end.
We got to fight to close the show.
That's the end.
Oh, man. Well, we always know those kind of things always go very well, don't they?
Yes.
Whether it's a contract signing or a press conference, whatever the case might be, they always end very, very well. Wow, that was crazy. That was a hell of a lot of disrespect from Kenny and a slap across the face. Wow, man. Wow.
So for people that are here, still here, don't give us your scores.
Yes, because we're going to do that on our new show, which we've got right away. Make sure you're joining us. I know it's late. Morning comes early, says DJ Kryptonox, says 8 out of 10. Yeah, if obviously if you can't stay, that's fine, because we know it's a little bit later at night and some of you guys that are overseas and stuff like that. But if you can join us, we are going to start that show. It's called After the Impact. It is a non-PG stream. Warren says 8.8 out of 10. And that is starting at 10:15, Jeff, is it?
10:15.
10:15. So we will be back in a short 15 minutes for that. That's our first After the Impact show, where we will go over all of the stuff that we just watched, and we will answer questions like Jason Michael said. How do you feel about the Omega promo? We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. So that's a teaser. We will talk about it when we come back for our new show called After the Impact. So Warren says, cool. James says, I'll stay for a bit. Yeah, it's not going to be a long show. It's just kind of a little wrap-up show that they kind of do after shows that you may watch on TV and stuff like that. So I'll see you Thursday. Have a good night. 7.5 out of 10 for me. 8 out of 10 can't be higher if I have to turn the TV off. Chris had to turn his TV off. But yeah, we will be back for that. And like I said, won't be long because it's late already. But we'll talk, we'll chat, we'll talk about what we saw, about what you guys think about everything, and you can cut loose. You can just just let it all hang out, because it's gonna be yes, as you can see up on that board, it is a non-PG stream. So you could say whatever it is you like to say. Sonny says 8 out of 10. But if you can't stick around, of course, we have, don't forget, tomorrow night, we have 6:00 p.m. Eastern time. Jeff will be here with the hot tag. Brandy won't be joining him until the following week. So that'll just kind of be a rehash a little bit, going over some stuff about kind of what the show is all about. And he will ask you what you guys would like to see going forward, or what you guys would like to talk about going forward, topics and stuff like that to have for hot tags. So he will be there to talk about that. And then don't forget, on Saturday night, it'll be our first Saturday night, 9:00 p.m. Eastern time for our podcast. Of course, like I said, we had to move it off of Thursdays because, well, we're here. And that will be, there's just going to be a ton of stuff to talk about that day, between today's news with the cuts, and of course tonight's news from Impact, and we had news from, of course, NXT, and stuff from AEW, and stuff from Raw. We'll even have more, because we'll have stuff from SmackDown tomorrow night as well to discuss. So make sure you join us for that. You guys voted when to have that show, and you all voted on Saturday. So that is when we were doing it. So it'll be Saturday at 9 p.m., our usual time. Of course, we'll have all of our topics. We'll talk about news. We'll talk about, we'll have our debate segment, sell or no sell. We'll talk about so many other things. We'll also, of course, have Jesse Callan there as well for Callan Corner to close off our show. So we will be back very soon. We'll be back in about 11 minutes. 11 minutes? Yes. Yep. So save your questions, come back over, and join us for that. We're not going to stay too long, because Jeff and I both have day jobs, and so we won't keep you late. But come over and have some fun, and let's talk about what we just saw tonight on Impact Wrestling, and we can even talk about a couple other subjects as well. So come on over in 11 minutes, and we will see you there. If they plan on involving New Japan in this angle, and Kenny will win, especially with Will Ospreay winning the world title in New Japan. No knock against Rich, but he wouldn't be able to pull Japan fans, says J Hub. Good thought. All right, so that's it. Hopefully, we'll see you all over on After the Impact in Looks like 10 minutes. Going to be 5 after. So we'll see you there in 10. Talk to you soon, guys. If not, hope you have a great rest of your night. And, of course, stay safe. And hopefully we will see you all tomorrow for Hot Tag at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Jeff. And then we'll see you all again on Saturday night for our podcast. But if you're going to come over, come join us, and we'll talk very soon. See you in a little bit.